Whether you're solving murders during breakfast, cracking cold cases on your commute, or playing amateur detective at bedtime, Amazon Music's got millions of podcast episodes waiting. Just download the Amazon Music app and start listening to your favorite true crime podcasts ad-free, included with Prime.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Back to the Past podcast. No, this episode's not going to be about Full House, but it's going to be about whatever happened to. You know, what happened to some of those favorite things that we used to love that made so many memories for us as children growing up and even into our young adulthood. This is Kevin, and I'm joined by
Brad
and
Justin.
Aren't you glad I remembered you guys this episode?
I am.
It's fine.
I was wondering.
Yes, so like I said, Back to the Past podcast, what happened to? So not really focusing on a single topic like we typically do, trying to do something a little bit different as we continue on. Now that we're kind of starting, technically, this is like year 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've done 20 some odd episodes, I guess. Maybe we're technically starting year 3. I don't know anymore.
Oh, man. Has it really been that long?
Time flies. Time flies.
Our original episode, our origin episode, and Ghostbusters was October 2nd of 2018, for those of you scrolling back already.
Right. So I guess technically you could say we are into our 3rd year.
Wow. We did it.
We're old.
Yep. Literally. In many cases here.
Oh, disclaimer, if you hear Kevin coughing, me sniffling, we're just having one of those days.
It's seasonal.
Yeah.
Allergies. Cool, damp weather. Nasty.
Don't worry, we're not running fevers.
Nope.
We can still smell. We can still taste. It's not the Ronia.
Yeah. Might even sneeze. I don't know. We'll see what happens the way my nose is tickling right now.
Mine's just tingling just talking about it.
I know, it's terrible. So we're going to just kind of go around the table here, the dais, and just discuss some of the things that we came up with. I believe we each chose 4 or 5 things.
Kind of that 70s style, like swiveling the camera.
Right.
Except it'll be the microphone.
Yeah, without the additional stimuli.
Yes, the adult herb.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Speaking of, why don't we just go for that one first?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
So this is actually something that Brad even brought us to sample and
Yeah, oddly
partake
enough.
in.
I don't know how this happens. Every time we talk about a childhood thing that I had, somehow it shows up in stores or I find it. This one's Dunkaroos. Yeah, snack back in the 90s, actually. All the way back in 1990s, the first year that it was released.
You were 2.
I was all of 2. I did not know that they existed until their wonderful marketing with the kangaroo.
Oh, yeah. Everybody loves kangaroos.
But sadly, it was discontinued in 2012. And strangely, of all years, re-released in 2020.
Right.
Kind of makes sense, though, if you think about it, because nothing this year makes sense.
Exactly.
So, I don't know if it makes sense or not. Doesn't matter. Basically, you get a tub of frosting and a tub of cookies, and you dunk the cookies in the frosting. As
Really
a
tiny tub.
Yes.
Right.
By tub, crevice? I don't know.
That would be closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. They're just bare cookies without frosting, and you kind of have to frost them yourself in the way of the name suggesting.
By
Dunk.
dunking them.
Yes. As a kid, I remember growing up thinking that these were probably the most delicious, amazing snack ever created. Having them again, my poor heart is like, oh, the sugar. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Bodies have changed quite a bit since then.
Don't quite like all the sugary things they used to. which I'm starting to realize I have a lot of sugary things on here, but that's fine.
You know, we were watching some commercials for that before, and the thing that I vaguely remember this from when I was a kid, but when I saw it again, made me think of that too. Was the chocolate and the vanilla different?
Yes.
Because in the commercial, whenever they would dunk it in the chocolate, he was like sticking his whole hand in the chocolate. But when it was the vanilla, he was just barely...
Right, just getting a little taste.
Just a little tiny bit on there. And I can say the ones you brought were vanilla. And yeah, that little dab's all you need.
Yeah. Whoa. We opened it, and you
could smell it.
Yeah.
permeated throughout the room, even after we were done eating it, and it was in a trash receptacle.
In a little bag. I went to go crumble up the bag to throw it away. I'm like, ooh, I just got a big whiff of frosting smell.
Diabetes.
That's how I knew that my smell was still working.
Sugar, it's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Yeah, but generally, when
Rest in
you
peace, Wilford
open
Brimley.
said Dunkaroos, they had various shapes. The one that always stuck out to me was like that little kangaroo footprint looking deal.
That's the one I remember the most.
And the little coin D.
Which is the ones you got.
Which is the one that we just got. And they also came in various flavors. The two that were always top of mind for me was just the vanilla frosting and the chocolate frosting. And then you got your two different types of cookies.
With the cookies, did the shape of the cookie depend on which flavor frosting?
No question mark. I didn't know this was a test.
Are you
Pop
having
quiz.
don't you love those dreams? Yeah, I didn't study for this.
Oh, God. As we record, we actually are studying for some certifications, so yay.
Yeah, back to school.
Hello,
Yeah,
anxiety,
except
mild friend.
without the monetary baggage.
Yes, yeah.
But some of the flavors did include vanilla frosting with chocolate cookies, chocolate frosting with graham cookies, strawberry frosting with vanilla cookies. That sounds like it would have been my favorite. Rainbow sprinkle frosting with chocolate chip graham cookies.
The last one's a very odd pairing to me.
I was thinking the same, but we also saw that they did have kind of like a build your own cookies and cream Oreo one.
Yeah.
And it was kind of hard. I remember getting that one because I loved Oreos as a kid. But I remember
Still
it
love
being
Oreos today, as it shows.
Yeah, that's fair. I have a whole stack of them for this weekend, pumpkin shaped and all.
With the orange icing.
Yep.
Okay.
I bought a pack so
right.
they wouldn't, because they were running out quickly. The normal place they were in the store, couldn't find them. Went back to one of those little tiny cardboard end cap looking deals, and there was like 3 of them left. I was like, well, one of these is mine. So back to Dunkaroos. I always remember trying to make the little sandwich cookie, making it real tall like in the commercial, and I'd use like half of the icing and 2 cookies.
Yeah. But that didn't work out too well.
No. It also reminds me of like a whoopie pie in that way. That like every time you bite into it, it just squishes out the sides, and I'm reminded why I don't do those things.
Right.
And why Oreos are superior. Fight me. At me.
Yeah, Oreos rock.
Speaking of the different shapes, we saw a commercial with a tie-in for The Lost World. With
Oh,
dinosaur
I
shaped
1,000% had those.
And I don't recall that us mentioning that on our Jurassic Park
I don't
episode.
either.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't top of mind. I had forgotten of its existence. But anything Lost World themed that was geared towards kids, even though it wasn't as good of a movie, I was about it because it was the sequel to one of my favorite movies of all time.
And we're kids, dinosaurs are cool.
Doesn't matter,
What
yeah.
else do you
Hey,
need?
cool, dinosaurs are eating people. Now I get to eat the dinosaur.
Yeah, revenge.
Right. So I guess it makes
God
sense.
creates man. Man creates dinosaur.
Circle
I'm not
comes
going to do
full.
that.
Man creates cookie. Man eats cookie.
Dinosaurs eat men, women, and hurts the earth.
Cookies inherit the earth.
Yes, they do.
So it makes sense that a company, Betty Crocker, would come out with something where they're pushing frosting. on kids.
It's like they had too much frosting, and they were like, "Hey,
Here's
what
the
if,
overflow.
what if we just make this simple cookie and throw it in some kids pack and charge double for it?"
Right. Instead of throwing it in the trash, we'll just scrape it into little cups.
I feel like you could have made your own homemade Dunkaroos with Teddy Grahams and Betty Crocker icing.
That sounds delightful.
Yeah, it does.
I'm just saying, like,
It does.
This might have to happen.
'Cause I would have liked the Teddy Grahams a lot better than
Right.
the cookies that came out of that pack.
that's what
tonight.
I'm. They're like more solid and have a better flavor. Like, because those cookies were breaking when I was trying to scoop that icing.
The icing was very thick.
Yeah.
And I think those were like shortbread cookies, but they were super thin.
Yeah.
Very thin. Usually you get a shortbread cookie and they're pretty hefty. Got a
Usually
little
they're pretty
heft.
solid.
But these were like almost wafer thin cookies. I don't remember them ever being that thin.
Yeah.
But again,
They were little.
sizes as a kid are all weird in your head.
It could be either one, they have actually changed, or
Yeah.
two, our memories were just,
Yeah.
That bad.
or both.
Yeah. And then again, I mean, think with things, 8 years later, a lot of things change. They go to cheap on the ingredients and stuff like that. Hello, hostess. And, yeah. But no, if you remember the, like, McDonald Land cookies,
Oh,
those
yeah.
would
Yeah.
be magic with frosting.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm going to be dreaming about that tonight.
Right.
I'd get those with some strawberry frosting.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
No, strawberry frosting never has really done it for me.
I've always been more of a strawberry person than chocolate. And
So
I may have...
Neapolitan, you go right to the strawberry?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Wow.
as much as like vanilla and strawberry I could scoop out, that's what I'd get, and then somebody else can eat the chocolate.
Really?
Well, here's the thing, and not a
I
lot
know
of people
where-
know.
I know where you're going
You
with
know
this.
where I'm going.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I eat chocolate, it burns the back of my throat.
Oh.
I might have a slight allergy to chocolate, turns out.
More so
or
milk
intolerance.
than,
More so
milk than dark.
Yeah, so it's maybe it's what's in the chocolate rather than the chocolate itself. I don't know.
I do think, especially as you get older, I do think people change to where they can tolerate dark more than milk. Chocolate.
I love dark chocolate.
Yeah. And I used to hate it.
Yes.
But now
That's-
it's so good.
That's the
In
way Jamie was. She couldn't
fact-
stand dark.
In fact, growing up as a kid, it was like milk chocolate or bust, or white chocolate because 0 bars, or the cookies and
Hershey's
cream.
cookies and
Yeah.
cream. Yeah.
And now, if I try to eat too many of those other things, one, it makes me a little sick feeling because of all the sugar. But two, the flavor just isn't quite there. Like, I like a little more of that bitterness. Maybe it's because you get older, you get a little more bitter. I don't know.
I mean, you get into that 80 and 90%, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, it gets real dark. Now, I'm talking like probably
60.
60 and
60's
up
good.
is probably a good place to start.
When it starts getting 70 and 80, this might sound weird, but I'm starting to add more salt to it.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, because it's almost too bitter, but if you
Yeah.
add a little salt to it, it kind of cuts on that bitter a little bit.
Yeah.
Now you're getting into like my favorite
think
flavor profiles, which is like dark
Yeah.
chocolate salt cookie. Ooh.
I think that's what makes there's these little dark chocolate sea salt caramel candies at
Trader Joe's?
Costco. Well, it's Trader Joe's also. Costco, you get this big old tub, obviously. Man, these things are so good.
Which RIP Trader Joe's, because I haven't been in, what month is it? Probably 7 months since all of this started. Because you have to wait in a line for like 5 hours to get in to even shop.
The trick is to go at like 8.
It doesn't matter.
Well, it
doesn't matter.
It did the one we went to a few weeks ago.
I've went at right when they open. I've went at lunchtime. I've went at 8. There's always a line. It doesn't matter. As far as I'm concerned, they don't exist anymore.
The Brentwood location is the one that's close to you. So
Yeah, and so to be fair,
That's
I
the
live
most
in
busy
like
one.
city, not like city county. So there's a lot more people here. So there's not really a downtime.
Well, in that particular little
Little
area
space
is
a madhouse.
always
Yeah.
like a madhouse is a good day.
Yeah.
Right.
It's Christmas shopping season there 7 days a week.
Yeah.
365
Yeah,
days
That's
a
pretty
year.
In
accurate.
June.
Yeah.
That's pretty accurate.
Fucking ridiculous. I'll say that. Yeah, Dunkaroos.
But yeah, back to the chocolate thing.
Yeah.
Chocolate's never been my thing because that's how it always treated me.
Makes sense.
So
So with Dunkaroos, could you pick and choose, or do you just bought like a box and they had all these little individually packed?
they might have had like a variety pack. But I want to say that more often than not, it was like, here's your flavor. That's what you get.
That was my memory.
Yeah.
It was like each was like, or if you got like a package with a group of them, my memory was it was all the same.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
don't really
Now,
remember the varieties, but
in
I'm sure they
the
existed.
box, did you break off the plastic from each other? Was that a Did I
You
make?
mean like they're all
all-
like if you pulled it out, like there'd be 4 of them connected.
Or I think 6, but yes, somewhere around there.
I never had them as
I don't remember.
growing
that.
up.
I don't either. So the strange thing again, they relaunched this year
Mind-blowing.
with 7-Eleven of all places.
Jesus.
So
Actually, I can totally see that.
while I was on the East Coast at a 7-Eleven, which is right across from our hotel, I was looking for them. And the first night I did not see them, so I didn't buy anything. Well, the second night I wanted some water, got some water, went up to the counter, and they're right there.
You're like,
And I'm like, oh, that's odd. Gonna grab a pack of these because we're about to talk about them. And yeah, again, not thinking about that life anymore.
it's one of those things that's better left in the past.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I got to experience it again.
Right.
But I knew going in, this is going to be way too much sugar.
As they say, sometimes dead is better.
Kind of like those Planters.
There's
cheese
another one
balls.
on this list that I would like to disagree with, but we'll actually maybe 2. But we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get to there. Before we hop into that next topic, here is a commercial about Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos is the cookie you drunk for as much frosting as you want. So how do you do your Dunkaroos?
The super duper deep dunk. The long distance dainty dunk.
You can dunk a Dunkaroo in as much chocolate or vanilla frosting as you want. So, how do you do your Dunkaroos? Now we've mixed yummy chips of chocolate in a creamy vanilla frosting. New chocolate chip Dunkaroos. Hip hip for chocolate chip.
So, Justin, let's move over to your list here. You've got a few items here that I think one of them in particular, like if we want to stick with a similar topic, we can go with the Noid. Because he's all about that pizza. And I love pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Again, this is an audio podcast, but if you could see, I love pizza.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know it, but I also love pizza.
Like people say, like if you have like that one food that you could have every day for like a year and not get sick of, pizza would probably be on my list.
Pizza closely followed by tacos.
Because there's so many different things you can do with
And
all
then
of them.
closely followed by biscuits and gravy.
So
Ooh, that's pretty good.
pizza, probably nachos, tacos.
Say nachos would have to be up
And
there.
now I know 2 of those are very similar, and you could probably mix all 3 of them to make the same thing. Like, because apparently there's a Domino's like taco pizza right now, or a chicken taco pizza. Like,
I did not know that. I might
I
have
didn't
to
either.
check it out.
So now I have to go find that thing.
Sleeper hit for people that don't realize it. Was it the taco pizza from Casey's gas stations?
I've
Nacho-
heard
oh.
good things.
So damn good. But they don't have mascots like the Noid.
Most people don't have mascots like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So talk a little about the Noid.
What?
So I have to preface this a little.
Okay.
2 things on both of our lists. are the reason, one of the biggest reasons, one, why we started adding commercials, but two, why we even wanted to do this podcast.
Right.
This is one of them.
This is yeah. Yeah, it was that other thing that led into the discussion of the Noid.
It is.
And I brought up about the Noid, and I'm like, oh, what about the Noid? And he looked at me like I was insane.
Like you had lobsters crawling out of your ears.
Yeah, the what now? I'm like, oh, well, let's look up a commercial of the Noid. And yeah, I remember being a little fella and seeing the Noid commercials. He looked like this crazy crack addict. I'd never seen anything like it.
Right.
And
Because you only saw, like, quote unquote skin, just like his mouth. Like he was
Right.
wearing a red
Yeah.
bodysuit with a mask.
it was almost like he was dressed up kind of like the Tick,
In a way.
Right.
but in like a red outfit.
Yeah. Or, what was it, the way either Mickey, no, not, I guess maybe it was like an old version of Mickey Mouse. Remember when he had the long kind of ears? Or was that Bugs Bunny that I'm thinking of?
No, I know what you're talking about. Oh, Sarah would be very disappointed.
It's the,
It's like the pre-version. It's
in
the one he
Epic
doesn't
Mickey.
own.
Yeah, it's like in those video games, Epic Mickey or whatever, the one that he's quote unquote fighting against. Going against.
So the viewers, or sorry, listeners, because we don't have viewers.
Right.
They're watching us with their ears.
Right.
Yeah.
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 So, like you were saying, back to the Tick, kind of got those long ear-looking
I
things.
remember the commercials because they were on all the time when I was little.
Big
And then
promotions.
my dad, whenever I was 6-ish, moved to Arnold, and he would always go somewhere, I don't even remember where, and he would play the claw game to get the little stuffed animal, because he always wanted to try to get one for me every week.
Oh.
And one week, and it was one of the first ones he got, was one of those window cling. It was a stuffed animal of the Noid, but it had like the suction
Little
cups
suction cups on the hands and
on
feet.
his hands and feet. And for a long time, in fact, if I dug deep in the black chest at my mom's house in the basement, I bet it's still in there somewhere.
Wow.
I could be wrong. It's probably gone.
As Brad shows us the Funko Pop version
Yeah.
of the Noid.
There's like a Funko Pop for everything. I
Damn
shouldn't
near,
be
yes.
surprised.
I'm constantly amazed at the Noid these days is somewhat of a deeper cut. Not as
I
well
would
known as
agree.
it was 10, 20 years ago.
I would agree. I mean, I grew up in almost the time that the Noid happened. I don't know when that like series ended for them, when they stopped using the Noid.
Retired officially in 95.
Okay, so yeah, I would have fell in that area. I'm sure I probably saw one or two commercials with it, but like the memory of it doesn't really stick.
I mean, there was actually, I believe it was a Nintendo game or a Super Nintendo game
Maybe
that
both.
featured the Noid.
Yes.
Yeah, he was popular enough to get his own game.
Yep.
Yes, this was, as the little kids listen, this was before the Sneak King game
yeah.
on the Xbox 360.
This was around the time that Spot from 7-Up had his game.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a Sega game. I'm almost
Well,
certain.
there's one or two
I think
on
there
the
was
regular
one-
Nintendo.
Yeah.
We
NES.
had two.
Really?
It was like Spot Goes to Hollywood and another one. There was two of them.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So
7-Up.
see,
He got around.
Yeah. Little red dot with glasses.
Yep. He was cool.
Yeah, he was.
But so it was created in 86, and as typical advertising agency created it for them. Mm-hmm. Go figure.
I wonder how close in time this was to the game show Press Your Luck with the Whammies. Because they're very similar characters. If you go back and look
Boy,
at
that,
old
yeah.
Press Your Luck with Bert Convey, I think
Well,
it was.
I think the only difference is the Noid was clearly someone dressed up in an outfit, and that the whammy fellas were little gremlin devil
Right.
things.
Like little criminals, basically.
Yeah. I used to love watching that show too. that was good times. And you see the people, they animate below them what the little whammy creature is doing, but the person can't see what they're doing, so they're just staying there smiling. And you have this little animated thing going on in front of them, and yeah, it's a little awkward to watch. But so, yeah, the Noid, what it actually is, and I didn't know what it was growing up. I just thought it was this weird, crazy
Dude dressed in a costume.
yeah, this insane dude dressed in a costume who had terrible things happening to him, and I thought it was funny. But actually, the official definition is he is meant to represent a physical manifestation of challenges in delivering a pizza in 30 minutes or less.
Avoid the Noid.
Avoid the Noid.
Okay.
Yes, so that's where that phrase came from.
So he's like the gremlin of pizzas.
Basically.
Pretty much.
Basically, yeah.
Quick clarification. It's not Bert Convey. It was Peter Tamarkin was the host of Pressure Luck back in the 80s.
Well,
I would not have known that.
I know there's been a couple different versions of the show, too.
Yeah, it's back with, what is her name? Elizabeth Banks
Oh, yeah.
is the new host.
So he officially retired in 95. But why?
Unclear.
I haven't really been able to find the official reason why. Yes, we're looking at the Whammy Gremlins. Some versions.
Okay. Now that makes sense.
Yeah, and some of them, I mean, they would dress up in different outfits, and some of them were like superheroes. Some of them were like robbers. Some of them were...
Dance and sing.
Yeah. Like top hats and canes. And
Well, they took your money.
yeah.
Bankrupted you.
Every time they bankrupt you. Unofficially, the reason they discontinued it, even though the company and the agency who created it have all said no, that's not the reason why. But the story of Kenneth Lamar Noid, which I knew nothing about until I was looking this up, and it blew my mind. So back in '89, a fellow by the name of Kenneth Lamar Noid, from what I remember, who's a little mentally
Challenged?
unstable.
Okay.
Let's put it that way. Would see these commercials for 3 years, and because his last name is the same as Noid, I guess thought that they were picking on him personally, and this is all aimed at him. So apparently he walked into a Domino's with a 357 and held them hostage. Made them call the corporate headquarters and demanded, I forgot how, like a 6-figure sum of money and a limo as a getaway car. Needless to say, he ended up going to prison. But he was also deemed
Can't imagine why.
mentally unfit for
Trial and all that.
any of that, so he basically went to a mental hospital then. And that's where he was for about 6 years. And coincidentally, the same year that they decided to cancel the whole program, he committed suicide in the hospital.
Huh.
So people speculate that because of this guy and his actions, that's the reason why, even though the company denies it.
Right. That they figure we didn't mean to, but we inadvertently drove a mentally unstable man to suicide.
So I know they deny that. But if you go to one of my favorite beverages, the Coca-Cola factory plant thing in Georgia, and you go on their tour, inevitably somebody asks, "Oh, was it ever made with Coke?" Like, Coke? And they're like, "Oh, no, of course not. It's never been."
Yeah, it has.
Wrong.
It's like, who? And it's like, I don't know who to believe on that one.
That's alternative facts.
Yeah.
So since then, they have sporadically had the Noid here and there, but they haven't actually officially brought him out of retirement. They've had like T-shirts with them on there occasionally. You'd see them like in the backgrounds of some things, but
Remember I want to say Pizza Hut did it. Maybe some other places, but you would go to an establishment that usually just sells food, and you would buy like Coca-Cola glasses or movies
yes,
with the other thing.
I remember getting movies at Pizza Hut.
Yeah, and I don't know of any place that really does that anymore.
Steak and Shake would do like Coca-Cola shaped glasses.
Yep.
I remember
McDonald's
had
did for a little
McDonald's
while.
a lot of really cool.
McDonald's
gosh,
also has. McDonald's has done quite a bit.
They've done a lot.
They're the ones that I think of
When it
with
comes
that.
to marketing tie-ins
Yes.
and stuff. Holy cow.
But man, wouldn't that be interesting to have like that kind of comeback to like kind of promote like, oh hey, spend $20 and get 2 pizzas and a T-shirt with the Noid on it or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Even if it's a crappy T-shirt.
Right.
I mean, it's still kind of in
It's
quotations free.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Like-
everyone will take a quote free thing.
Yeah, right. Then it's like the kid cereal box thing or like the whatever kid item thing. They get the crappy toy. They're really happy and excited for like all of a week. And then they never play with it again. But they remember like, oh, if I get this thing, I get happy.
Yeah,
It's happy in a box.
Right.
Happy Meal. Ha! See what they did there?
Right.
Anyway.
Pavlov's Happy Meal.
Right, pretty much. Yeah, I remember the Noid. I mean, it was really a big deal back then.
Yeah.
You had the Noid, Spuds McKenzie. I mean, 2 of the biggest
Oh.
80s pitch characters.
I almost put him on my list too.
I thought
Maybe
about it.
maybe save that for another time.
Oh, yeah.
I have something similar, same company. I almost put on this list as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with Domino's, it was always, pizza in 30 minutes or less, but then they kind of stopped doing that because of traffic safety and
Yep.
stuff like that.
Oops.
And let's be honest, back then Domino's wasn't known for really good pizza.
Nope.
Which is why they could get it to you in 30
Yes,
minutes.
there was a
Slapped
reason it
together.
was. Yeah,
But I will say I still liked Domino's back then when I was a kid.
I didn't mind it, but I didn't know any better.
Right.
So they did a promotion during football with the Rams, and it was like X amount of touchdowns equals dollars off the pizza.
Right. If the Rams scored 5 touchdowns, you got $5 off the pizza.
Yeah.
The
And
season they decided to do that, they were damn near giving pizzas away for free
Yes.
many weeks because they were scoring like crazy.
Yes, and that was the first time I realized the joy in delivery pizza because I could never really get it because there's like 4 kids plus 2 adults. That never happened in that house. That year it did.
Yeah.
It was
$2
amazing.
$2 a pizza is pretty affordable.
Yeah, $2 a pizza. Throw the driver boy like $5, which back then is like 20 almost for gas.
That was a heck of a tip.
And yeah, call it a night. That was pretty amazing. So I'm all about Domino's,
Yeah, they've come a long
Nowadays,
way.
definitely.
especially nowadays.
Yeah.
When I had first moved out in like 2009-ish, it was like right when they were relaunching their brand again. Like, hey, we did nice things to our pizza. Come try it. And they had all these great deals. Well, I was poor. So poor people usually live off of pizza.
Right.
And that's probably where my love affair for Domino's Pizza happened.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I still love it. I got a weird combo that I do occasionally now, probably because of the sodium. Anchovy bacon. Yummy.
I'll take your word for it.
Right. Yeah, I remember one time you brought in some anchovy pizza.
I think that one was
From
anchovy bacon pineapple or something. It was something really strange and off the wall So
was
growing up with 3 sisters, you had to eat the gross things so they wouldn't eat it.
Oh, yeah, well, that's fair.
So that was my mentality. Like the gross things, and then they won't eat it.
All right, more for you.
More for me.
All I had to do was just anything with mushrooms on it because nobody really cared for mushrooms. So I'm like,
See, in my
Good to go with
household,
that.
I would have went mushroom anchovy, and my dad would have ate the whole thing. So, and my dad is probably the only person I know that would eat both of those things together.
Yikes. Okay.
Okay.
So let's stay on food pitch people.
Yeah, I promise this is not all food.
Yeah. But first, let's play a commercial with the Noid. It's not the same without the visual, but you can look it up.
Avoid the Noid with the Domino's Pizza Guarantee. We guarantee your pizza will be delivered within 30 minutes or you get $3 off your order. Guaranteed. And we guarantee your pizza will taste great. If you're not satisfied with your pizza, we'll replace it or refund your money. Only our pizza is guaranteed to avoid the Noid. Domino's Pizza delivers. Call now.
As we was saying before the little commercial break there, we're going to jump back to Ronald McDonald and Friends.
Oh, I want McDonald's now.
I mean,
They've got me trained.
you brought it,
I did.
and as
that's
soon as
partially
the
why.
smell hit, it was like, oh, I want McDonald's.
Oh, as soon as I saw him walk in with the bag and I realized what the bag was, I was like, I kind of want to make a trip now.
You know, if it wouldn't have been for the whole trying to win an Xbox or getting a free taco today from Taco Bell, I also would have went for McDonald's because they have Coca-Cola.
Good Coca-Cola. Usually tonight was horrible at
Oh,
that one.
that's really disappointing. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But no, just knowing that I was going to be talking about some of the McDonald's characters and stuff, I'm like, man, I guess I just got to do McDonald's. I almost did a Happy Meal, but
That would have been awesome.
Almost
Interesting.
did. Right. I mean, they're still relatively cheap, and now they're back in their little...
You could have bought 2 of them.
Right.
To say the way I am, I'd probably need 2 of them.
Yeah, I might need 3.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much what I ended up getting. Was 2 of them. And get the number 9 double, or the 2 cheeseburger meal.
I do love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the cheeseburgers are still good. I know they're not good for you.
Okay. I have to ask, since we're talking about McDonald's,
Okay.
do you like the 10th patties more, or do you like the quarter pounders more?
The answer is yes.
I'm kind of the same way. Sometimes I am craving just a regular cheeseburger or a double cheeseburger. Other times, give me the quarter pounder with cheese.
I have never liked the quarter pounder. I'm a weirdo. I like just the single, double, or triple cheeseburger. I just like the 10th patty more. I don't know why. It tastes different to me.
And I think that's also why I'm glad that they went with that one with the Big Mac.
Big Mac is my favorite.
Yeah,
That is a weird sandwich, but it's so good.
it is.
I could eat 10 of those a day.
I just like all of the things.
Right. I don't think there's anything there that I usually turn down.
I know I'm the weirdo. I love filet of fish.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It's not usually the thing that I go there for or go for first, but I wouldn't turn it down.
That's what I have consumed the least from there. The entire time I worked there, I don't think I ever had
Agreed.
one.
I will say it's not necessarily, from what I gather, a great idea to get it when it's not like Lent season.
Right, when they're constantly getting them turned over and
Yes.
fresh.
Yes. I have noticed the few times that I've gotten them out of season that I thought, that was
Not what I wanted.
not amazing.
I'm going out on a limb here, Justin. There may be a couple of listeners that might not know what Lent is. We're in the Midwest, so that's different.
Yeah.
Just
That's a good point. So
And
that's
we're in St. Louis. So.
yep.
that's that whole area of the year before Easter, like a month before Easter, when certain
Catholic.
Religious
not just
establishments.
Catholics, there are other people than Catholics, but it's generally associated with Catholics, where the whole fish on Friday thing.
Fish fries.
So you have a lot of fish fries, and you have other meats, non-red meats, non-poultries. Do the
kinda
fish.
give something up for Lent
And you
during
have
that
that.
period.
So fish is very big in that time before Easter.
It
And
makes me so happy.
And
I wish
whenever
they would
it's-
just do fish stuff all year.
And that's why you see a lot of fish sandwich commercials from a lot of fast food places in March and early April. And
Right around my birthday.
Yeah.
It's perfect timing.
I do love me some fish.
Yep.
All right, sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Commandeering the show.
I mean, we can go ahead
Arr.
and talk about why they brought in, like with the fish fillet, they actually had a character in the Ronald McDonald Friends lineup.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember seeing him, but I had no idea what his
Captain
name
Crook.
What a name.
He was created in 1970. So we're 7 years after Ronald in 1963, and he was created to steal fish au filet sandwich. Filet o fish
Like
sandwiches.
the Hamburglar.
He's
Right.
the fish burglar.
Yes.
Pretty much, yes. So, obviously, it's a play off Captain Hook from Peter Pan and all that stuff.
What was that, 66?
Could have been.
It was like, if I remember correctly, it was one of the last... It was either one of the last films or one of the first films filmed on the new type of film that isn't super highly flammable. I don't remember which. I want to say it was one or the other.
I don't know.
But it's in the Disney Vault, which I saw last year.
You're talking the animated one, right?
Yes.
So that was 1953.
God damn, it is old. All right, so
But
then
close.
the film thing makes more sense then in my head. If it was 58, 53.
53.
Yeah.
There is, I mean, kind of as an aside with that, back before then, the first films and the whole generation of films were made with, nitro something.
Yeah.
Yeah, extremely flammable. And there are numerous instances of vault fires that destroy entire film vaults. And that's why one of the reasons that they estimate almost 90% of silent films are considered lost because almost all of them have burned over the years.
So there's sort of a crazy thing that I definitely want to talk about real quick here.
All right.
If you go to the Disney Vault, you have to basically sign your life away that if a fire happens in that vault, that you are expendable. I'm pretty sure that's what we had learned when entering the vault, which is why they don't do tours in the vault for obvious reasons.
It's a good idea.
To help make sure to lower the risk of
Of
anything
any
happening.
kind of, right, because though obviously those films are, classics to some people, they're historic in many ways. Song of the South, just saying.
And it's, I mean, we're talking like originals, so like
Yep.
can't be duplicated.
Nope.
Any duplication is going to be a loss of some quality.
Yep. So I just find that really fascinating. But back to McDonald's again.
Yummy.
Yeah. So one of the things with the Ronald McDonald and Friends lineup is that characters would come and then characters would go. They would do their little lineup refresh and just characters go bye-bye.
I do remember seeing like older commercials and some
Like-
commercials. It's like I have no idea who some of these characters are, and
Yeah. Obviously, Ronald, he's the mainstay. He is Mr. McDonald. So, been around again since 1963. Willard Scott, I believe, was the first person to actually play him. Best known from, was it the morning show or whatever? Good Morning America or something like that. Do the weather.
yep, looked very different back then.
Very, very different. Sounded very different, too.
Yeah,
But still recognizable. And,
isn't this back whenever he would wear like a cup on his nose?
yes, you can see the first couple episodes,
It's
commercials
weird.
with Ronald McDonald. It's weird, yes.
It's
like
very
the-
strange.
It's like the old Mickey Mouse merch you would see in the parks.
Oh, gosh.
You want to talk about nightmare fuel.
Yeah, some of that old Mickey Mouse stuff.
1955 Mickey Mouse stuff. Ooh.
Yeah. Then you have Grimace. He debuted in 1971 as, quote-unquote, Evil Grimace. Not really sure what that was all about. Why they wanted Grimace to be a bad guy, because he's just a big purple kind of thing.
I guess in a way it kind of makes sense because when I hear grimace, like a grimace is not like a friendly expression.
Right, it's like painful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that hurt.
What were they doing gearing up for the MCU, McDonald's Cinematic Universe?
I don't know.
I feel like somebody would have got sued there.
So in his first
missed
two,
out.
in his first two appearances, he was depicted with 2 pairs of arms, with which to steal milkshakes and pops, soda pops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm stuck on the 2 pairs of arms.
right.
Is he like Goro?
Could be.
In the Midwest, we usually call them soda.
Right.
That's why I was confused. Sorry.
Was reintroduced in 1972 as one of the good guys. And then in 1974, Grimace was redesigned, going from 2 pairs of arms to the single pair that he has today.
Kind of little stumps. He looks like a penguin, like a purple penguin.
I gotta admit, I kind of
Or
always
like a
liked him.
gumdrop.
Hey, Ronald. Yeah, yeah,
He's like an upbeat Eeyore.
yeah. Right. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, because he's always got this big goofy smile on. Big ol' eyes.
I mean, what's not to love?
Oh, yeah.
You're around all this happy food all the time. I'd be happy all the time.
Yes.
Milkshakes and sodas and burgers.
Sign
me up.
Yeah, so apparently Grimace actually has additional family that was revealed in a McDonaldland VHS tape back called The Legend of Grimace Island.
What?
He has an unnamed mom, an unnamed dad, a grandmother named Winky, a great-great-grandma named Jenny Grimace, and he might have a brother named King Gonga, who is the king of all grimaces.
That sounds like a character.
I told you, man. It's the MCU.
He sounds like somebody like in Kirby on NES. Sounds like one of those characters.
Yeah,
It
for
does.
real. King DDD.
Yeah.
And then that's going to lead us to a character I had no idea existed. Uncle O'Grimacy. That was created in 1977 and kind of lasted until about 1985. Apparently appeared in 1986 for an advertising narrative of McDonald's, both in celebration of St. Patrick's Day. And what else does McDonald's do every year that's related to
Shamrock
the
Shake.
Irish? There you go. So, Shamrock Shake. O'Grimacy is the Irish uncle of the character Grimace and is a variant of the Grimace design in that he is green instead of purple, sports a frock coat covered with several 4-leaf clovers, and carries a shillelagh.
Of course.
Kilt? No pants.
Yeah. Grimace doesn't wear clothes. I don't think the Grimace family wears clothes.
They're a natural family.
He's just furry. Not a furry.
Yeah. The Hamburglar, obviously, as we know, pint-sized burglar debuted in 1971 and one of the first villains on the commercials.
I did always like the hamburger.
I know. I mean, we like the cheeseburger, so we could understand why he wants
yeah.
the burgers.
Rabble, rabble.
Oh, yeah. Said Hamburglar spoke in gibberish, which was often translated by Captain Crook. He was revised in 1985 for his look change from a trollish old man to a red-headed Dennis the Menace type child who wore a shorter brimmed hat and a black cape with yellow in the inside. And like you said previously, his unintelligible muttering became the familiar rabble rabble.
How Hamburglar got his stripes. In McDonald's land a long time back, a stranger showed up dressed all in black.
Rubble, rubble.
He followed Ronald and Grimace that day and tried to take their burgers away. But he couldn't nab them. So he just grabbed them.
Who's that? The Hamburglar. Bye-bye.
I'll stop this Hamburglar guy.
And that's how Hamburglar got his stripes.
Yipes.
Nice suit.
So,
I have to admit, I'm not a fan of that short-lived thing that they tried a couple years ago with him, where he's like the middle-aged dad.
oh, God, I faintly
not
remember
like
that.
that. at all.
What?
Oh, you didn't see any of these?
I'm going to have to do some research.
It didn't last very long.
Yeah, I can't
It was like
imagine that
it wasn't
would've.
like it was like an actual dude wearing the outfit, and he was like a middle-aged guy with children, and it was not good.
Ugh.
You know, being a Middle-aged guy with children doesn't sound very fun.
He was like very depressed and like, yeah, I get it.
Birdie the Early Bird was the first identifiably female character who debuted in 1980. And I remember when she kind of came around, you would see Saturday morning cartoon commercials, because obviously perfect time to advertise to kids is Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
And they were really promoting their new breakfast menu with the Egg McMuffins and all the other stuff to go along with their hotcakes and all the stuff that they had already had. They changed some things up. They had Birdie the Early Bird.
Which, yes, in America, you can advertise to kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we roll.
Right. Dropped down to the Fry Kids, which actually had an interesting history to me. I've always really known them as the Fry Guys.
Yeah.
So they renamed them as the Fry Kids in 1987 as they brought in female characters, the Fry Girls. Okay.
Sounds like a band name.
Right.
Yeah.
They were originally called the Goblins in 1972 when they first started appearing.
Also a band name.
Right.
They were very alien-esque looking.
Yeah.
They got no arms. And
Yeah, they just have like flamingo, like skinny legs.
yeah.
And just little puffballs kind of with things that's supposed to make them look hairy, but to make them look like they're fries.
Yeah. Blue fries, green fries, pink fries.
Oh,
it's very
yeah.
trippy.
And big bubbly eyes.
Yeah.
And they spoke in a sped up voice in the 1980s commercials. Mayor McCheese, also one of those that was from 1971 and kind of dropped off the face of the earth in the mid 80s. But
he's got quite a following.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
Yeah.
Like he still makes there's references to him in like Robot Chicken and Family Guy and other places, and it's like of all the characters, Mayor McCheese.
Well, I mean, Funko thought enough of him to include him in their McDonald's line this year.
That's true.
Wow.
There's Ronald, Hamburglar, Grimace.
Again, it's 2020.
Mayor McCheese. We're getting into Officer Big Mac and Captain Crook. Those 6 they did.
Officer Big Mac would get along just fine.
Right.
Yes.
For
one of us.
Yeah. I've got Ronald and Hamburglar. I didn't really feel the need to get Grimace. I would like to get Officer Big Mac, though. Because, again, he's pretty cool looking.
I did. Speaking of Mayor McCheese, the Family Guy reference to him always cracks me up. It's a spoof on the JFK assassination, but it's Mayor McCheese riding in the limo.
Oh, boy.
And then he gets shot, and so there's burger everywhere. And so the woman's like, oh, no. And then she looks over and then just starts eating.
That's very wrong, but funny.
It's like, oh, this is terrible. Why am I laughing?
It's so dark. I love it.
Yeah.
As mentioned, Officer Big Mac, he pretty much just chased Captain Crook around. That was his big thing. He had a large Big Mac for a head. And the professor, he came around in 1971. Didn't really, I mean, he was there, but he didn't really have a big role.
He's not as memorable as the others.
Yeah. The Hamburger Patch, kind of remembered briefly just seeing bunch of little hamburgers in his one little area. The Happy Meal Gang and the McNugget Buddies, I think, would probably be the 2 most popular of the smaller ones.
Loved the McNutty
McNutty Buddies.
Are you turning Scottish over there? McNutty.
The McNugget Buddies.
Yeah.
Those, yeah.
Great little characters, funny, especially when it came to Halloween.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why I love them.
Happy Meal toys.
The Halloween commercials with them.
Which Halloween is,
and then the toys. Oh.
as we record, this weekend coming up. So.
Right.
I can't wait.
The Happy Meal Gang consisted of a hamburger, fries, and soft drink in regular size in 1984. Just basically little hand puppets. That's what they essentially were. But they were always kind of little funny guys.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Yeah. Like I said, the McNugget Buddies, 1989 to 2009.
Dang.
Longer than I thought.
Yeah.
And as mentioned, Mac Tonight.
I love Mac Tonight.
I mean, yeah, came out in like the 80s and really helped promote the Big Mac again, just to kind of get that back in a thing from 1986 to roughly, says 1997. I don't remember it going that long.
I don't either.
I remember late 80s. That was his big run.
Yeah, I thought like early 90s. I don't really remember it past then.
Oh, that's right. This was another one of the Mac Tonight you had mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
I had never heard of when we went down our commercial rabbit hole. He's a strange looking fella.
Yeah.
For a while, I changed my Facebook avatar to be Mac Tonight because I was like, this is just so cool. Like,
Right. Yeah, so just kind of a play on Mac the Knife. But going with Mac for the Big Mac.
Yeah.
It was just, again, a 29 commercial run.
I love the color that they use.
Yep.
The dark theme.
A black suit.
Very chill.
Yeah. Just nice, relaxing, sitting at his piano playing.
Mm-hmm.
It's Mac Tonight.
I will really argue that whole Mac Tonight thing is probably the best thing they've ever done.
Overall,
commercial-wise. Because it's just so different from everything else that they've done.
It is.
I will say, like, the one thing I love about their commercials overall is they would, like, each commercial is like its own little story for a long time. It was like they were telling, like, a little short story with their little characters.
I mean, look at any of the promotional tie-ins with any of the kids' toys. There was always some kind of short little story that they could kind of insert into there.
Yeah.
In fact, to the point where McDonald's would even name it. They would have the name of whatever the story is at the bottom, and I'm like, I love that. It's I feel like I'm getting a story out of this, like I'm a little mini TV episode.
Yeah, it's like a little educational or something. I mean, not maybe educational, but entertaining.
Sometimes they had like the message of like cleaning up your room and being neat and tidy and don't cause problems for other people and don't steal things. And like there were positive messages in them, which was kind of nice.
Yeah.
But then there was Mac Tonight, which was all style. And I loved it.
Makes me wonder. I'm going to have to look and see if Funko has ever, or if there's plans to do a Mac Tonight.
That would be pretty cool.
I would get that one for
sure. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I know they did Mac Tonight Happy Meal toys.
Yeah.
It was a giveaway in Happy Meal toys. Different positions, obviously. Poses.
I think I used to have one of the little... I think it was a Happy Meal toy of Mac Tonight. Or maybe... I can't remember if it was him standing or if it was him in a car.
Probably in a car.
That'd be my guess. But I vaguely remember having a little one.
Yeah. Little sunglasses. So cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did a lot of cars that either, hand-propelled or launch-propelled.
Yep.
Yeah. Pull back. Why'd you give that motion when you did
that? Because you pound the little air thingy and you propel the car.
It was a different motion than I saw.
I was from the 90s.
Anyway, more like the pullback cars is what I'm thinking of.
Oh, I see.
Pull back and you start clicking. It's like, ooh, that goes zing.
No, it's like a little accordion plastic plunger, and you pound it real hard, and the harder you pound it, the further it goes. Had to finish the sentence.
You just had to finish, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just going to sip my beer.
Right. And you guys come down off that bit of humor. Here's a Mac Tonight commercial.
When the clock strikes 6:30, babe, time to head for Golden Lights. Hey, it's a good time for the great taste dinner at McDonald's. It's Mac Tonight. Come on, make it Mac Tonight.
Let's stay with food as we return back to Brad's list. Which one do you want to do? You want to do Pepsi or you want to do...
Oh, I'm thinking I'm going to do the Bigfoot.
Bigfoot Pizza.
And by that, I mean Bigfoot Pizza.
Mm-hmm. Not the truck.
No.
Or the Sam Squamch.
Right. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar, back in the early 90s, specifically 93, Pizza Hut had a promotion that was called the Bigfoot Pizza. Basically, it was a pizza that was 12 by 24. And cut into, let's see if I had it put in here. I know I wrote it down somewhere. I have a lot of little tidbit things. Oh, there we go. So it was cut into 21 pieces, which, if I think about that, it's like 7 squares by 3.
Yeah,
21.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
And about 3 toppings, all for $10. It's like, what, almost 2 medium pizzas, but instead of being round, they're square.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it was, if I remember right, it was a little bit thicker.
Yeah, it was like, you think about like a big cookie sheet pan pizza.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I think about, but I don't know if the commercials made it seem this way or if it actually was. It
just
seemed
looked
longer.
huge. Yeah. I think
The
they probably
angle.
did that.
Yeah.
Because they would always
angles.
hold it up like almost like a fisheye lens.
Yes. Yeah. In fact, one of the first commercials that I remember is them looking through a peephole of that like long view, which I think is maybe the commercial we play. I mean, we always talk about pizza between the Ninja Turtles to here. I mean, you guys know that we love pizza, but like this was the first time I realized pizza could be more than just like the yummy food. It could be fun. It could be this entity almost of, oh, it's the Bigfoot pizza. We're getting a Bigfoot pizza tonight. That's awesome.
I think
We're gonna have it tomorrow too.
Yeah. or it means more people are coming over. We're gonna have fun tonight.
Right. I think Pizza Hut was like one of the pizza companies that I can really remember as a big chain that would experiment the most.
Yeah, they tried a lot of stuff.
I was going to say
Stuffed
not
crust.
long after the Bigfoot was the stuffed crust, I believe,
They did the bucket with the personal pan pizzas
with the kids.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the reason the Bigfoot actually happened was to compete with Little Caesar's Big Cheese and the Dominator from Domino's.
Like, I don't even really remember
Either of them.
the Dominator. I definitely don't remember the Big Cheese because Little Caesars was never on my radar.
Oh, God. So not often do you hear me talk about trash pizza because all pizza is great pizza. But Little Caesars...
It's close.
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
I think it's more tolerable now because I remember back in the, my like senior year of high school, me and a couple friends, they wanted to pick up Little Caesars. I'm like, well, I've never had Little Caesars, so I don't know how it is. They picked it up. I didn't like it. Now, after being at a gaming fundraiser a couple years ago, they had provided Little Caesars. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. And it was actually decent.
Okay.
So I guess they've come around.
So perhaps they pulled a Vizio and kind of upgraded some quality a little bit.
Did something, yeah.
That's fair. At one point, the Bigfoot Pizza actually had a promotion where instead of the 3 toppings for the $10.99, you got the
6 toppings.
6 toppings for $10.99.
Man,
now, I
that's
can't even
amazing.
think of 6 toppings to put on a pizza most of the time.
Oh,
usually,
I can.
Yeah.
usually I
can
think,
too.
oh, what 2 or 3 can I put on? Because that's the coupon I have.
Right.
The coupon.
Yeah. I do love Supremes,
Oh, yes.
which is usually 5 or 6 toppings anyways.
The
so,
Supremes or Deluxes are my
yeah.
favorites.
So, I mean, I'll just like, if I have that option, I'm going to put all that stuff on there.
Yep.
Another promo they did was a free trial month for HBO,
That's amazing.
a free rental for Blockbuster. Hello.
Right,
Pizza in a movie.
Yeah.
That's
What, you don't like pizza?
perfect.
And Oklahoma only had a Bigfoot split deal where I believe they were the number 1 pizza place in that state. So they kind of, in quotations, gave back. And they're like, Oklahoma only, you can split your Bigfoot in half. You can have 3 toppings on this side and 3 toppings on this side for $9.99.
Wow, they even cut $1 off.
Right.
Dang.
Oh, which I did put prices in here for inflation nowadays. So the $10.99 back then was about $19.17. in today's money.
Yeah.
And then the $9.99 back then is about $16.99 in today's money.
Pizza can get expensive once you get away from the deals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it can.
And sometimes you're looking up the deals and it's like, that deal's not even good.
Right.
What's incredible to me is pizza's kind of been the same / went down in price over the years.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is kind of incredible. Generally,
Yeah,
everything kind of goes up.
Yeah,
but
pizza prices have kind of stayed the same, if not gone down.
Right. And that's kind of incredible. And in my lifetime, gas has went up, milk has went up, eggs, pizza, no, that went down.
Yeah. You can find some deals where you can get them, was it medium 2-topping carry out from Domino's, like $6?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not bad. That'll feed 2 people.
Right now,
And depending on...
they've got a coupon like on their website where it's you get 3 things for $5 each, and one of the things is 2-topping medium pizza.
Yeah.
And
It's like
when you get
$5.99 per item.
Oh, it's $5 per item.
What, $4.99?
Yeah. Or maybe it is $5.99. It's
Either way, it's good.
Whenever you get it, it has like saved $15. I'm like, well, yes, I'm gonna get 3 pizzas. And,
Right.
well, I mean, like with tax, delivery charge, with tip, all that, it's I think like 28 and change.
What? I'm meal prepping for the week.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I can walk to ours. I can save a delivery charge.
Oh, no.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's just right down
Just
the hill.
right down the hill.
Oh,
Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
my.
It's in the gas station at the bottom of the hill.
Yep. Been there for years.
Uh-huh.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
If I had a Domino's that close to me, I'd be about 50 pounds heavier.
It'd be catching up to me.
Fortunately, I don't have to. I don't have to worry about walking. But the one over here that's in Maplewood, they're really good about getting here in about 25 minutes.
Yep.
It's amazing.
I would stop by there on my way to work, pick the pizza up, leave about an hour early, pick the pizza up, and eat it before head on to work.
Eat some before you started, and then more for lunch.
Yep. Lunch and dinner.
Yep. Yeah. Bigfoot Pizza. I remember the commercials. I remember it was a big thing. I don't really remember us getting it ever. It was
very rare occurrences, but when it happened, it was like an event.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my God, we are getting the Bigfoot Pizza tonight. We're finally getting it.
Yep. There was a few times.
Yeah,
that was actually the first commercial
that set this off.
That kind of set this in motion.
So we mentioned earlier in the episode that, you know, the whole kind of reason behind us wanting to really get on board with this / also start adding commercials in was between the Noid and the Bigfoot.
We were talking about Bigfoot, so we watched Bigfoot commercials. I bring up the Noid.
Oh, I don't remember
What is that? So watch
we
Noid
pull that up,
commercials.
and then down the rabbit hole we fall.
Yep. And then it was many a night of hours of watching commercials.
Hours. Like we were binging it like it was Netflix.
Oh yeah, like 5, 6, 7 hours.
Yeah, it's a wonderful rabbit hole to go down. Just to go back
It really is. And what you'll realize is if you kind of start going down that rabbit hole, if you're curious, there are things that you didn't realize already happened that are happening again, such as Taco Bell breakfast.
Wendy's breakfast.
So, yeah, fall down that rabbit hole.
All right. Before we move on to our next thing, here's one of those Bigfoot commercials that kind of was the background and beginning of this podcast.
If a pizza with 3 toppings costs $10.99, what would I pay for 6 toppings? Well, $10.99. The reason is...
It's Bigfoot! It's the Bigfoot Big 6 Pizza. Get our special 6 toppings for the 3-topping price of $10.99.
Are you sure you're the Pizza Hut guy?
Bigfoot from Pizza Hut, a legendary value.
Marvel Comics X-Men video packs are at Pizza Hut just for the holidays, so hurry and get your claws on them.
So speaking of falling down, we're going to talk about Jaleel White. best known for playing Steve Urkel on the wonderful TGIF on ABC Friday night Family Matters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Family Matters so much.
As a kid, I always wanted to watch, cartoon, and then Family Matters happened.
It was like a live action cartoon.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, kind of was.
I even got his walk down.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
I won't do it right now because we're recording and it's loud.
Oh, that's disappointing.
But
there is video.
There's always video.
It can be shared later. Huh.
Yeah.
We might have to do that.
That's interesting.
Tell us about Jaleel White.
I tried to look up things about Jaleel White because I really loved Family Matters. Like, that was one of my top 5 shows growing up.
Yeah,
and usually wasn't because of TGIF. I almost never watched TGIF. But that was on reruns all the time.
The Winslow family.
Oh, yes. And I wasn't as big in the early seasons whenever it was more about the family. But he was only meant to be like a bit character. But he was so popular that they're like, let's keep him on. He's really funny.
He's the comic relief.
Right.
So they left him and he took over.
Yeah, he's the goofy, nosy neighbor that has a crush on Laura.
Yep.
Did I do that?
Yep.
That was beautiful.
Yeah. And
was that a cat purring?
Seemed like it. Of course, the father, Carl Winslow, played by Reginald Van Johnson from Die Hard.
Even probably most known else from he always plays a cop, it seems.
Right. So
he was also in one of the Ghostbusters.
Yes, he was. I want to say
he let them out of the prison cell to see the mayor.
I think it was probably one.
I think it might have been.
Had to have been.
Yeah.
It was one of those blink and you miss it.
Yeah.
But he does
clearly
speak.
I blinked.
He does speak.
And I have blinked for 32 years.
Yeah.
And no, the family was very funny.
It was an interesting. I mean, the show itself was a fascinating, and there's some stuff that I remember watching back then. But I went for Jaleel White. I mean, I wanted all the Urkel because he's the funny one.
Right. Yeah.
Any of the drama stuff, I didn't care. But like recently, I've found some clips of some scenes and things that's just like absolutely blew my mind. Some of the really deep, dark topics that they actually covered occasionally. My little child mind must have blanked on those because it wasn't funny.
Right.
I think I'm with you on that. And however, I feel like that is the perfect vehicle for topics like this. You have the comic relief, laugh it off, but still kind of learning something in between there, or at least opening your mind up to a possibility of something different.
Yeah, when the credits are rolling, you're like, oh, that was different. Didn't expect to walk away with that point.
It's like, what is it, All in the Family?
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of reminds me of that. They tackle some pretty difficult topics.
You got that right.
Yep.
But half the time, it's pretty funny.
They do it in a way that it's also entertaining.
What was
Right.
it? Meathead?
Yep.
Yep.
Mike Stivic. Rob Reiner.
Yep. And then, so Jaleel White, I tried to look up more info because I was specifically looking him up because obviously he was my favorite character in the show. Yeah, he's like so normal. Yeah. Like, you don't hear about him.
No.
Most people know him from the show.
Right.
If they know him from anything else, it's for doing the voice of Sonic on the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon.
That blows my mind.
Right.
By the way.
And other than that, like, that's usually what most people think of. But if you look him up on IMDb, he has done so much stuff and is still working.
Mostly on the other side of the camera, though.
VO.
He does a lot of voiceover stuff, like a lot of cartoon work.
God, I still say that's the coolest job ever.
He does a few.
That'd be great.
He does some actual acting still in front of the camera, but it's usually like TV shows. But he's not like a main cast member.
Right. Just kind of a very bit one-off guest star kind of thing.
Yeah. And that's really... I mean, he for child actors who make the transition to adult actors, it's usually a pretty bumpy road.
Yeah.
Filled with a lot of problems, maybe drugs, maybe law problems, early death, perhaps.
Yeah.
He seemed to just
stay completely clean and really. I mean, he turned out really good.
Yeah, and what's funny about him is, so whenever he started on the show, he was like 12, 13, somewhere in there.
Really that young?
And he was, pretty skinny, pretty good little kid.
Pretty?
And then he apparently was getting teased a lot because of his character and how scrawny he was and all this, so he started working out while he was on the show, and it's like, yeah, you're supposed to be this little scrawny nerd, you're kind of buffing up here. And so somewhere along the way, I don't remember if this was an idea that they had or it was just because he was changing his physique. Do you remember them introducing Stefan or Kel?
Yep. Who Laura fell in love with.
Yep.
It was Steve's cousin or something like that.
No, that was his. So he transformed himself in his machine to be cool.
Oh, okay.
That was the first version of him. And so it was like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing. Oh. So he would go in this machine, transform himself into the cool, but that's how Jaleel White actually looked.
Right. Ditch the glasses and everything else.
He had good posture, had no glasses, dressed in nice suits, was real smooth and suave.
Maybe I need a machine.
Oh,
right.
I remember being a kid looking at that going oh, I want to be like Stefan. That's so cool.
Good looking guy. Good credit.
And then at a certain point, I forgot if there was some glitch or something with the machine, and it created a split. So there was Steve Urkel and Stefan. So there would be episodes with both of them.
Little Patty Duke kind of situation.
Yeah. And then there were some episodes, there weren't very many, where his cousin Myrtle would visit, but it was Jaleel White playing in drag as Myrtle. And she had the crush on Eddie.
Oh, gosh. the brother.
The Winslow son. Mm-hmm. And so, it made for some interesting shenanigans.
You're not joking. It's like Family Matters, Big Fat Liar, which I guess he appears as himself on there. Sonic the Hedgehog, then Dreamgirls, new DuckTales, it looks like. NBA 2K20, apparently. New Scooby-Doo, and then it kind of just goes down a rabbit hole from there.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 96 acting credits. One thing's even in post-production, so it hasn't even been released yet. But it's he hasn't taken years off.
Right.
He's been doing something.
He seems to have had steady work, but he's never really followed up on his big star success.
Yeah, and I gather he's fine with that.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
I think it was a little overexposed at a young age.
Yeah.
Well, also you get to be the voice of Sonic. That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be okay with something that great. Oh, I get to be the main character in a video game? Okay.
It would have been pretty cool if they would have let him reprise the voice of Sonic in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
I think it was rumored, or there were some talks about it happening.
That would have been nice.
Yeah,
apparently he was in an Inspector Gadget as the Gadget Mobile.
One of the Inspector Gadget movies with Matthew Broderick and a bunch of other
the cartoon version. It's 2002, whichever one that one is. Another Sonic Underground thing, more Family Matters stuff. Yeah, it's lots of Sonic. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's one of those dudes that he's so associated with the look of his, especially the early Family Matters episodes, that you see him in normal life and you wouldn't guess that it's the same person. Kind of like how people say that, how can you mistake Superman and Clark Kent just because he takes off the glasses? Well, here's an example of how that can work.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so have a listen to Steve Urkel, a.k.a. Jaleel White.
Now will make me cool.
Oh, well, you go on and drink that, and then I'll show you my toothpaste that turns me into Janet Jackson.
Mock if you must, my little minx. But I found my cool gene. True, it was a little hard to find. It was hiding behind my jeans for hammer toes and nasal drip. But still, I found it. So I took my cool gene, and I doubled it. And I doubled it again, and again, until I had 100 trillion cool jeans.
Steve, you're scaring me.
Oh, sorry. Laura, this elixir will improve my coordination, my posture, my vocal intonation, and I might even sprout a chest hair or two.
First, you better sprout a chest. Steve, is that stuff safe?
Who knows?
Steve.
Tired of Steve Urkel, were you? Wanted someone better, did you? Someone cool. Well, through the teeth, over the gums, look out, stomach, here it comes.
Steve, stop!
Ooh, cool jeans taste like Snapple.
You okay?
Steve. Steve who?
Steve Urkel. You.
No. There is no Steve here. I'm Stefan, sweet thing. Stefan Urkel.
All right, welcome back. We're going to stick with TV, and this is going to go back to if I remember right, this was a Sunday evening show called Alf.
Oh, I love Alf.
Yeah. Gordon Shumway, I believe. That
Couldn't tell you.
is Alf's name.
I just remember he liked to eat cats.
Yep, that was one of the big things with Alf. That's a Melmac, I believe. That's where he was technically from.
You saying he's a dog person?
Well,
or is he more of a cat person?
Melmacians look at cats like we look at cattle.
Yeah. Or I guess chicken.
Yeah, Gordon Shumway. Yeah, this show actually started in, I believe it was 1986. So September 22nd of 1986 on NBC, and lasted until March 24th of 1990.
I vaguely remember
Yeah.
bits and pieces of this show.
I remember it was hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I was a child, so.
Exactly. 102 total episodes. Also starred Paul Fusco, who I believe was the puppeteer for Alf. And he actually co-created the show with Tom Patchett. And you also had Max Wright, who played the father, who, if I remember correctly, he didn't care for his role after so many years. I think was even kind of agitated if people would bring it up in his later years. If I remember right.
I remember him from the Stand miniseries for the Stephen King stand in the mid-90s. He was one of the doctors in it. Yeah, squirrely little doctor fella in that show.
Yeah, and Willie Tanner is his character's name. He was kind of a nervous line delivery kind of.
Yeah, he plays that role really well.
Yeah. You know. Kate. Yeah, so Ann Sheedon was the mom, Kate Tanner. Then you had Andrea Elson as daughter Lynn, and then Benji Gregory played Brian Tanner. I mean, they had, the 4 seasons, and then there was like 3 one-hour episodes that were divided into 2 parts for the syndication, which gave them the total of 102 episodes. Apparently there was a TV movie called Project Alf, which kind of gave it a more proper series finale, because the series kind of ended on a cliffhanger, which is odd. You don't kind of do that, but that's what they did with Deadwood, so
right.
I guess it seems to go a little bit more further.
Yeah, there's a few select cases out there where it ended on a cliffhanger because they were going to continue and then they got canceled. And it was like, oh, well, sorry.
Yeah, apparently in August of 2018, Warner Brothers Television announced development of an Alf reboot, which they subsequently canceled in November of 2018. So, not to bring that back.
You know, this might sound like sacrilege since Robin Williams is no longer here, but wouldn't it be kind of fun to see the 2 aliens have a crossover, Alf and Mork?
It would have been pretty good.
Wouldn't that be? Talk about 2 nutty characters.
Yeah, I mean, it was done very well. I mean, it's kind of goofy. He just had a bunch of funny little lines. He's kind of, again, the comic relief of this. Then you had I think they're called, the neighbors were the Achmonics, something like that, which I want to say, and I could be wrong, if I remember right, the Achmonic dad was, or husband, John LaMotta. I can't think of who that is, though. But I wanted to say, I thought he was the guy who played Jerry Seinfeld's dad in Seinfeld, but I don't think so. Oh, it was a good show. Justin, you said you kind of watched some of this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's before your time, Brad. So unless
you've seen it
in any reruns.
Yeah, I vaguely remember bits and pieces of that playing at my cousin's house, I want to say. I also want to say that my cousin had I don't know if it was a hand puppet or a stuffed animal of Alf or something along those lines.
Yeah, big merchandising vehicle.
So, slight bit of interaction, but yes, probably a little before my time.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I believe it was Hardee's that had a promotion with hand puppets.
That might have been
Alf,
what it was.
Because I've got one still. He's got a black t-shirt on and like a red bandana.
They also had a lot of the kind of like the Garfield with the suction cups. They
Oh,
had
yeah.
a lot of Alf ones.
Yeah. It was big for that.
I remember seeing a lot of those in cars.
Yep.
Every once in a while I still do. Not often. Sun faded and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big thing with Garfield and the suction cups and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I do remember seeing fairly recently when watching commercial things, there was, in fact, I think it was whenever I was trying to find Halloween type commercials, there was, I guess on TGIF, they had Alf and the son doing like little introductory TGIF bumpers at the commercial breaks. And they were kind of amusing to watch.
Yeah, just kind of surprised that it didn't get... I mean, it was big during the time. You're just kind of surprised that it didn't have a longer run.
Yeah.
Or maybe spin off into like a big kind of a theatrical kind of movie in a way.
Because when it went off, it faded fast.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just poof gone. And according to think it was ranked 28th in its first season, ranked 10th in its second, 15th. Then I guess it was just dying off in the last season at 39. But yeah, those prime years, boy, Alf was everywhere.
Mm-hmm. I did see when I was just kind of nosing through here, there was a comment in the trivia how on Monday the scripts were really funny, and by Friday, Paul Fusco gave Al all the funny dialogue. That is the one thing that I do kind of remember was everything that was funny about the show came out of Alf's mouth.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much no one said anything else that was really funny.
Do you think it would have helped the show to spread the love, or was that kind of the point?
I think it might have made the actors a little happier if they
maybe
had
that's one
some
reason.
line delivery.
Yeah.
Maybe that's one reason why Max Wright didn't care for the role
It could
later in
be.
life. So, supposedly just was not too enthused about it. Yeah, he just passed away in June of 2019.
Yeah.
Just last year.
I remember that. That was one of those names that popped up. I'm like, I know that name from somewhere. And then I looked up. I'm like, oh my God, the dad from Alf.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, according to his Wikipedia page, the actor despised the role due to its huge technical demands and the fact that he, a human, played a supporting character for an inanimate object. It was hard work and very grim, quote, he stated in a 2000 interview to People magazine. He was also reportedly very happy when the show was canceled in 1990. Quote, I was hugely eager to have it over with, end quote, he said in the same interview. According to his co-star in the show, Ann Schneiden, there was one take, and Max walked off the set, went to his dressing room, got his bags, went to his car, and disappeared. Nobody had to say rap, and there were no goodbyes. According to this, it says, however, Wright later admitted that as the years passed, he looked back at Alf with less animosity and conceded that, quote, it doesn't matter what I felt or what the days were like. Alf brought people a lot of joy.
I was going to say, the first part of that definitely sounds like somebody that had a certain animosity towards, like he said, an inanimate object. But when you look at it through a different lens, not so bad.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you always hear about, there's always stories like Star Wars, for instance. The original Obi-Wan Kenobi, he didn't want anything to do with that.
Alec Guinness.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And...
but at least he was professional on set.
Yes.
Right. Sir Alec Guinness.
It's like terrible work conditions, but didn't complain once because he's a professional and he's doing a job.
Yep.
He didn't like the job. He didn't really want to do the job, but while he's on the clock, he's going to treat it like a job.
He's got his name on it, and he wants it to be as best as possible. And, I appreciate that because I think
we've all been there at some point.
Yeah. Not only that, but I think that helped make that bit of Star Wars great, was him treating it professionally.
And I've seen interviews with some of the other actors who, of course, all the others were much younger than he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all look to him and they're like,
he's a legend.
If he's, we should be more like him.
Right.
Like he took the leader role by just being professional.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, we can deal with it.
Yeah. You should figure, I can't even think of his name, of Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and Mark Hamill. They were all very, very young and really kind of getting into the beginning stages of their careers.
Mm-hmm.
I think Harrison already had something with George Lucas before. It wasn't American Graffiti, was it?
It was American Graffiti,
Okay.
Yep. In fact, that's why Lucas didn't want to have him, because he didn't want to work with the same actor twice. So he brought him in to read the auditions and was just like, well, dang it, he's actually pretty good at this. Damn. Crap, I guess I have to keep him.
Right. But no, if you haven't ever had a chance to watch Alf, just look up some clips, and here's one now.
Denise, Dr. Gordon Shumway. I know. You already said that. Really, that's starting to get on my nerves.
I told him no drugs.
You're not on drugs. Now just relax while I get
You're a doctor?
Yes, from Melmac. The Melmac Clinic in Minneapolis.
I never heard of it.
Denise, we're stuck in an elevator here. Now is not the time to question my credentials. Now I suggest you calm down, okay?
Okay.
Good. Now, what seems to be the problem?
The problem? I'm gonna have a baby.
I see. Did you get a second opinion? Hey, just covering myself on this malpractice issue.
Please, doctor, would you just tell me what to do?
No problem. I just need to ask you a couple of questions.
Okay, what?
Exactly where do babies come from?
How can a doctor not know where babies come from?
Hey, I'm not married.
And yet again, sticking with the TV theme here, this is actually something we probably covered a little bit on our Transformers episode.
Yeah, I think
back.
we touched on it a little bit because it's kind of a joy that I had very briefly in my childhood, but that's Beast Wars.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's one of those things like, what happened? As kind of big and cult classic as it is, like, what happened to it?
It's almost like the ugly stepchild.
It is.
That in most cases doesn't really get the attention or love that it's due for.
Yeah, so it's obviously based on the, in quotations, original Transformers. I don't know if... Yeah, G1, I would imagine. Yep. I don't know what generations constitute what, so I didn't put that in.
G1, I don't know where they go.
Right. But then it debuted on September 17th of 1996. I remember watching the first episode when it debuted. I was very excited for this thing to happen because computer-generated kid shows were just happening.
This was the first that I remember. So it has a soft spot for me.
Right. And as a kid, you just see the very shiny thing. When you look back at it, you're like, oh man, this is some crappy animation.
It's like looking at PS1 games now. It's
right.
Like,
right.
Or Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Oh.
In a lot of ways, yeah. Like, very large polygons, really sharp corners and stuff. Although there's occasions in this show that things are kind of rounded off, and I think that's kind of the where it's like,
the character models, certainly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But the backgrounds and the backdrops.
Yeah, some of those look a little...
It's like, could have spent a little extra time on that, but nope,
so yeah,
that
debuted that fall of that year. So I was like, I would watch it, and then I'd go to school. And then next morning, I'd watch the next episode, and then I'd go to school.
8.5 Brad Whiteside.
Yeah. And it ended March 7th of 99. I do know it had 3 seasons, but I only remember about the full first season plus maybe a couple more episodes into the second. Yeah, after that, everything gets real muddy, and I don't think I've seen most of it. Which was, again, 3 seasons, about 52 episodes. Beast Wars won a Daytime Emmy for Outstanding Individual Achievement for Animation, which, again, at the time, that makes sense.
Pretty groundbreaking for a animated cartoon for what it was.
Yeah, it was that very simple, in quotations, animation when you look back at it, but it was hard to do back then. They didn't quite have the computing power that we have now, currently in front of us and in our pockets.
Yeah. I would imagine they probably didn't have the same kind of budget like Pixar, because this is just right after Toy Story.
Right. And I think that may have helped it the most.
Yeah.
Because Toy Story had that kind of style to it.
Oh, they changed the game.
Yeah.
Toy Story.
I mean, I know growing up, video games, it was like, when we get to Toy Story animation or graphics, that's when video games are going to be. And now we may have surpassed that in some ways coming up.
Yeah.
But let's see. It features the Maximals and the Predacons, so a little different than the Decepticons and Autobots. It, again, set in the future, so this is kind of after the events of like the war for Cybertron and all of that. This is many, many years down the road. There's a warring faction that, because of them fighting, they crash land on this mysterious planet, which happens to be Earth. And as they're crash landing, they kind of jettison a bunch of like pods.
Almost like scout pod kind of things.
Yeah, but what's
Drones.
strange about these pods is they contain life forms, in quotations, of the kind of, Transformers that can be turned to either good or bad. And that was sort of that plot device that they could use to introduce new characters throughout its whole running. It's actually kind of genius. And so as the show goes on, you get more and more and more.
And they were always in a rush to be the first one to get to it.
Because the first one to open, it imprints, and that's kind of it, essentially.
Which faction it takes.
Yeah. And I know there are select instances where this is not the case, or some swap sides. Like in the first season, one of my favorite characters, Dinobot, kind of hard-headed, kind of like Raphael from the Ninja Turtles, but has a lot of smarts because he knows a lot about the other side, because he used to be that side. So he went from, being on the bad side to the good side. Another one of my favorites, Cheetor, because he's kind of the Bumblebee of the group.
Right. Small, quick.
Yeah, small.
Kind of
quick.
wisecracker.
Yeah. Little young, doesn't understand things all the time.
Yeah, kind of like Hot Rod.
And then one of my probably all-time favorites, Tigatron.
Oh, yeah. He was definitely my favorite.
He had the coolest voice.
Yes.
He had the coolest toy.
He was like the wise... He knew things, but he was also kind of the loner.
Yep. Very loner kind of. You didn't see a lot of him, but when he popped up,
you knew that
business was going down.
Like he was a badass. Like he was all about the Zen kind of thing.
Yep.
But he could also kick ass too. Oh yeah, he was wonderful.
Now that unknown planet that obviously I've named Earth, when they land on it, they realize they can't stay in their robot forms.
Yeah, that was an interesting dynamic.
Speaking of, I've got Dinobot as a 3-star on my Transformers
Earth
Wars game.
I don't have Dinobot yet.
I didn't know that he was in there.
Oh yeah, they have all the...
they've been bringing a lot of them into
boy.
it.
Yeah.
As if I need another game to play.
Oh yeah, this one is... Yeah. Trying to get them all is like a little like Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
Right. It's very...
And you can get them for both sides. Mm-hmm. Even though you pick one faction, you can get them for both.
There's my 5-star Black Arachnia.
Oh,
that's probably my best character.
Cool.
Okay, that's awesome.
She is a...
I think...
I don't have any 5 stars.
Awesome.
At some point, she actually changes sides to the Maximals.
Really?
Which I was reading. I was like,
did not know
that must have been much further down because that's not anything I knew about.
No.
She was always bad.
And the 5-star Megatron.
See, the Megatron T-Rex is so cool. Like, him being a T-Rex just makes sense, right?
Oh yeah.
He's a little slow transforming there, but he does.
I mean, also, so growing up, there was multiple toys of this line. Mm-hmm. I clearly had a lot of them.
If I remember correctly, weren't a lot of them shiny?
That came later.
Okay.
Transmetals?
Yes.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
And I remember that name because of the game on Nintendo 64, I think it was.
So that was season 2. So it was like they still had the animal form, but they had the shiny metal bits on them now.
Yeah.
And then I want to say third season is when they had like the animals that kind of like grew together. So you'd have a scorpion with like a cobra tail as an example.
It was supposed to be like a combiner or something?
Yeah. And I think,
why not?
Yeah.
Ironically, jumping the shark, I suppose. What else we got here? Oh, I was talking about the animal forms. The reason they have the animal forms is because when they're transformed into the animal, they don't have the interference from what they call the energon, which I don't know if there's lore behind that before this.
Not
But
to
essentially,
my
it's just like this crystal power that kind of gives them power, and they use it to try to harvest. It's almost like a StarCraft game. You try to harvest the energy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But
you have to construct additional pylons. But I do remember them, like that was a big deal for as long as I could remember in the show. Like, oh no, he spent too much time in the robot. He has to transform back into his animal form, and then he's fine.
Again,
and I always thought that was
a pretty loose plot device, but kind of interesting because you could do a lot with it. Same with the jettisoning the robots right before they crashed.
Yeah.
They didn't have to say how many they jettisoned. They could just say, we did all of them. And all of them could mean...
If things get boring, oh, here's another one that's coming.
Uh-huh.
We got to go get it. Yeah. And they did that a few times.
One of the last ones, which I kind of just forgot, I think it was Inferno I have on here, as the fire ant. He was on the bad side, but man, he had quite the weaponry. He was pretty awesome.
Now, I'm trying to remember, who was the for the Maximals, who was the Lady Hawk?
Oh, I don't. I know who you're talking about. I don't remember her name. Was that on your list?
No, was it Air Razor? Does that sound
yes.
Because I remember very clearly whenever she showed up. And then I was like, oh my God, like, she's kind of awesome. And, like, then you hardly ever saw her.
Right, yeah. I did have her.
I wonder if she was supposed to be kind of like the RC of the Autobots.
Possibly, I guess.
I remember Black Arachnia being in there a lot.
Scorponok as Soundwave.
Yeah.
I always saw Rhinox was kind of like the Wheeljack equivalent.
Yes, yep.
Sort of.
Yeah, you can almost match.
Yeah, he was the brainy kind of.
Mm-hmm.
What was Rat Trap?
Jazz?
The annoying one?
Yeah.
Growing up, I hated Rat Trap. And he was in every story. Like, they shoved him down your throat in the show.
Like Orko from He-Man or something.
You know, it's funny, growing up having all the different toys, me and my two cousins that I kind of grew up with, we all had our little favorites or whatever. But my littlest cousin loved Rat Trap. But he was also the youngest. So perhaps there's a reason or a correlation behind that.
Yeah.
I do know there were
like Bumblebee.
There were a few times that he was the one who was like able to save the day because he's the smallest one. So it's like, okay, the smallest one who's able to overcome and save everyone. I know that happened more than once. It doesn't matter. I never really liked him.
Now there was a Starscream. I can't remember if he was still called Starscream. But it wasn't like the real Starscream, and I say that in quotations without...
I kind of vaguely remember that.
Because there was an episode where he gets possessed by the real Starscream and becomes an ultimate badass and almost, kicks Megatron out and completely destroys him almost.
Yeah, well, that's a storyline I haven't heard before.
Right, I know. But ultimately, and I really do like Starscream in the older show. Yep. But in this one, I don't quite like him.
Yeah.
I would lean more towards like Black Arachnia. Scorponok's kind of, nah. I'm trying to think of what else.
There was Waspinator too, wasn't there?
Yeah, Waspinator.
Waspinator.
I mean, part of the quirk is, they have goofy animals that are oversized and gets to transform all the time and weird voices.
This was right before I really started getting into StarCraft. Or I guess technically, because 98, well, yeah, I guess it was a little before.
Yeah, a little before.
So it was like, there was a lot more lore in this show than there was in any of the other shows.
Yeah.
Like this whole planet, there was a lot of natural weird stuff that would happen in this planet. And I remember just getting sucked into wanting to know more about this planet and the weird stuff going on. And I remember there were whole episodes just built around them learning something crazy about the planet.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't even fighting in the episode. It was just like, oh, this is a crazy thing happening and we're trapped. And okay, now we know something more about this planet.
Were
And I
your
loved
favorite episodes when one of the bots crash and you get to see whatever the new one is? Because those were my favorite episodes.
Those were pretty cool.
It's like...
They were so rare, too.
Yeah.
It was like a big... Like, this is going to change everything.
Yep.
And for the most part, it did. If you saw that character again.
More. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching this because getting like kids ready for school. Actually, this was probably about the age they were getting ready to go to daycare.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just watch it. I think it was on channel 11 in the mornings. It was one I think I remember watching it.
I
couldn't tell you.
You know, it might have been... Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you either. It might have been that when 2 and 30 switched. It might have been one of those before it switched or after.
It could have been 2, yeah.
Because it used to be like Fox 30 and
ABC2.
ABC2, and then they switched for some reason.
Right.
Yep.
At least here in St. Louis.
Money.
Yeah, right. One paid more.
Right. Yeah, I do remember the show.
And, past the show, there's various, there's video games, there's comics, there's toys, relaunches.
Did you have any of the Beast Wars games?
There was one that was on for the PC. I want to say it came out in 97 or 98, maybe even 99, right around the Lost World Trespasser PC game. I wanted that game so bad. Never got it. I'm sure it doesn't play great.
No.
At this point. I could be wrong, but still have yet to play it. Don't know if it's any good. Haven't really looked anything up on it. But it looked badass as a kid. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I think I rented, or I actually did own the one for the Nintendo 64.
Oh, there was one for the N64. How did I not have this?
I think there was. It was either that or it was the one on the PlayStation.
I want to say I would lean more towards PlayStation, because if it was on the 64, I would have had it. And I'm just speculating.
It'd been like an $80 game, man.
I paid $90 for, what was it, Shadows of the Empire? 80 or 90, somewhere around there. It was like a stupid amount of money as a kid. Before cartridges came down in price, because they had to.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that when I got mine, it had already gone down.
Yeah, it was one of those.
I made up for lost time, though.
It was one of those I wasn't waiting. I had the money, and I got it.
I do wish they'd do something that's just specific Beast Wars now.
Oh.
That something that kind of incorporated that whole like planet lore and all that.
I stand corrected.
Beast Wars Transmetals.
Oh, that's why.
Huh.
It was the Transmetals.
Interesting.
So, as soon as that new series hit, it was just like, this isn't Beast Wars. What is this? I don't like this. F this series. It didn't take long. It was like, they happened, and it didn't really work out, and they tried a third season with something different, didn't really work out, and then they canceled. That's the way I see it.
Was that the one where they went back to their home planet?
I don't know.
Because I know there's one series where they ended up going back to the planet, and apparently nobody liked it.
I know Beast Wars is half of the reason that I had the physical version of Netflix as well as the digital, because they actually had physical copies of the seasons, so I started watching them again. And then I got to the second season again, and I was like, nope, I'm done.
I would honestly really like to rewatch the whole series.
I would love to sit down and force myself to watch the whole series.
Because I remember the first season was amazing. Second season, I remember liking it, but not being overly thrilled. But the third season, I have no concept of.
I had like...
I don't know how much of it I actually watched.
Maybe one toy from the third season just because it was cool. Because it was the scorpion with the cobra tail.
Because, that's a normal thing.
Yeah. I didn't have any of the Transmetals because I, for some reason at the time, didn't like that. I had a lot of Gen 1. That's the one.
Yeah, so that was on PC and PlayStation.
That's the one.
The Transmetals that was on Nintendo 64 was a Blockbuster exclusive. And also on the PlayStation 1.
Huh.
Oh.
So, yeah, this is...
Well, that explains everything.
Yeah, so this is the one that I played. I never owned it. I do remember renting it.
Interesting. PlayStation, you played it?
Yep.
Any good?
Not that I remember.
Nothing to write home about?
It's like they could never get a Transformers game.
Not until War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron.
Yeah.
Fantastic Xbox 360 games.
Mm-hmm.
Still hold their value, by the way. They're kind of expensive if you want to go back for like back compat stuff.
I really hope they bring it back on like the Xbox store. I mean, I've got one of them for my PlayStation 3.
I wonder if they're not back compat. I don't remember.
And then there's Devastation.
Yeah, which was not too bad. I mean, it was a G1 cartoon
Cel-shaded
style.
too.
Yeah.
But that's been pulled because of licensing reasons. So that's out of print and pulled from the store.
Well,
just to throw
So if you
out,
don't have a physical copy,
which I do.
Which I do too.
I don't.
One of the few physical copies I have.
It's a tough game too.
For Xbox.
Just to throw out a developer name in this, High Moon Studios, which you may be familiar with, Kevin. They do some of the Call of Duty multiplayer stuff, because that's actually half the reason the multiplayer stuff in War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron are any good. Wow.
Yeah, the
I
multiplayer
miss those games.
And that was a little different.
Fantastic is the word you're looking for.
Yeah, I guess because that was the earlier days of me playing online with stuff like that. I'm like, yeah.
And to be fair, I did play with a group of people, so it probably made it a little fun, more fun.
Yeah, where it was me, it was just myself. I'm like, yeah.
I would constantly play as the scientists, which were the flying dudes, usually, and also the healers. I always seem to play support.
Yeah. Imagine science.
Yeah, go figure. But in the second one, they had, what's his name? Blackout, the helicopter. He's part of the one dude that gets put together.
Oh, it's not Blast Off.
Cause he's like an arm piece of like a 5-piece robot.
He works with. He's a Combaticon.
Yes,
with Bruticus.
Yes, but the helicopter, whatever his name is, blanking on it. I want to say it's Blackout, or they changed that for the newer movies. His name was Blackout. Anyway, favorite character in all of the Decepticons, probably Vortex, yeah. God.
I had to look back at my lineup on my game because I've got his 4-star.
They also added the Dinobots in for playable characters, and those were really fun to play. Maybe not watch in the movies. Maybe skip those. Live action, specifically.
Right. Yeah, like that's what Vortex looks like on Transformers Earth Wars.
Oh, okay. Very Gen 1-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Actually, I have his Gen 1 figure.
I have his, I'm guessing, Fall of Cybertron figure somewhere. I don't know where.
Possibly.
I think he's in the tub or something downstairs.
So, here's a little clip of Beast Wars Transformers. Now that we're back, we're going to hop back over to Justin's list. Let's talk about now. That's what I call music.
Oh, yeah, the happy times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I threw the now on here because when I was 14 whenever the first Now CD came out, and I was a very confused child when it came to music. I had parents, I had one parent who just didn't care about music. The other one who liked, at the time, what KLOU would play, which was late 50s or early 70s. Mostly 60s pop. So I had a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then also at the time K-Hits, which was late 60s, mostly 70s, early 80s. So I had like kind of the old rock, classic rock kind of thing. But then I had friends who were like, oh, but here's this new stuff. And it's like, I don't want to be left out of the cool kids.
Yeah, I got to listen to that somehow.
I got to listen to what the cool kids are listening to. And how better to do that than to listen to a compilation CD of current things.
Right. Like a greatest hits.
It kind of, yeah. And that was the first one that came out in 98. And I remember absolutely loving that first one. Even the songs that I was familiar with almost nothing that was on it prior to it. But then I got that CD and I'm like, I love even the stuff that wasn't in my wheelhouse. I'm like, this is actually really good.
I feel like that was the case for like the first 10.
I burnt out after number 7.
Well, and to be fair, I didn't have all 10. I probably jumped in halfway through. Again, probably due to hanging out with my cousin. His father was, I would say, a little more adventurous with music than like my parents ever were. I.e., Beach Boys and otherwise. But yeah, I'd say close to 10 is probably where I stopped.
So looking at the track listing for this
that's
first...
just what I was doing.
Oh boy, yeah. I can't wait.
Oh boy, here we
I
go.
have it upstairs too.
Oh boy.
Goodness.
Oh yeah.
Together Again by Janet Jackson leads off.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that one though.
Fair.
As Long as You Love Me by Backstreet Boys.
As
long as you love me.
That was my first concert, was Backstreet Boys.
Wow.
Really?
I also have 3 younger sisters at the time too.
True.
But
I was going to assume that it had to do with that, but
also I was, a young kid.
To be fair, that's where all the girls are going, so
right.
Wish I would have looked at it that way as a kid.
Next up, and it's a song that I actually really liked back then, called The Way, from a group called Fastball.
I still really like that song.
This Is the Way.
No, quite. That's the wrong
Not
way.
Oh, wait, that's Friday.
Flagpole Sitta by Harvey Danger.
Still love that song.
Mm-hmm.
You'd know it if you heard it.
Okay.
Yep.
Definitely.
Say You'll Be There by Spice Girls.
Again,
that was everywhere
sisters.
that year.
Yeah.
All My Life by Casey and JoJo.
I hate to say it, but I did like that song back then.
I can't recall it at the moment.
You'd probably know it if you heard it.
I know I would know it for sure. Never Ever by All Saints.
That's fine.
If You Could Only See by Tonic. Wonderful, wonderful song.
That is one of my favorite songs.
Yep.
It
Wonderful
so
overall album.
Oh, yeah. Huh. And the lead singer, Emerson Hart, released a solo album.
Yeah, he does.
And that's really good.
A friend of mine was playing that Saturday.
Man.
Or like 2 Saturdays ago.
Yeah. In fact, I think, so my old roommate used to intern at Y98.
Contests and stuff.
He got to meet Emerson Hart.
Wow.
And got to meet, there were a few, singers. And he got me free tickets to see The Fray.
Oh,
and
nice.
I'll go to any free show. Sure.
I seen Tonic live with, I can't remember the other 2 groups. It wasn't Matchbox 20. It might have been the Verve Pipe. And it was a female act that was the opener at the pageant in 97.
Sea and tonic, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, they're so good. Then we come with
Ooh, yuck.
Bop by Hanson.
Yeah,
I know that one.
Can we delete that song off?
That you like the whole thing.
Strong top to bottom.
My memories apparently
failing you.
Apparently, I have forgotten a few of the tracks.
Yes.
Maybe that is.
Bop, bop,
God, I really hate that song.
Yeah, it's.
I have nothing against the Hanson brothers.
No,
they
no,
seem
no.
like very nice fellas.
It's just because they pushed that song.
But that song was
pushed
just
so hard.
Well, when
they had their own beer.
Wait, what?
Hops. That was a beer for a little while.
Now you have my attention.
It was a pretty hoppy little flavor, and I was okay with it.
Was it as many hops as Hop Dumpster from Blue Moon?
Oh no.
Okay.
Not as bad as like Hoptimistic or those insane ones.
120 IBUs.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up at number 10, we have Zoot Suit Riot by the Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
I do love that song.
That's a great little tune.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you'd know it.
We've got number 11, Shorty, You Keep Playing With My Mind by I Imagine. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that song till the CD, but I became a fan of that then.
Coming in at number 12, Anytime by Brian McKnight.
Again, I didn't know it before, but I liked it after.
Lucky number 13, Barbie Girl by Aqua.
I mean, that song is kind of amazing. For
hate
all
it
the
so
wrong
much that
reasons.
I love it.
Yes. For all the wrong reasons, that song is amazing.
Yeah, you go back and listen to the lyrics, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Right.
When you're like an innocent 14-year-old, it's like, oh, ha, but then, oh. Okay.
Number 14 is a solid entry here, Karma Police by Radiohead.
Which I didn't like back then, but, oh, I like it now.
Mm-hmm. Number 15, I Will Buy You a New Life by Everclear.
I dug it.
Great time of year in music with Everclear at their height. Number 16, one of my favorite Lenny Kravitz songs ever.
I would
Fly
say probably,
Away.
Yeah, probably his
My
biggest
goodness.
Mm.
Man, that's such a good song. And then we wrap up with Sex and Candy by Marcy Playground.
I do love that one too.
It's just a good song.
Yeah.
I smell sex and candy. Yeah.
It's got a nice chill feel to
walking
it.
in my chair. Devious stares in my direction. Okay.
I played that CD. Granted, there are a few songs that I would skip. But for the most part... Now, keep this in perspective with like later now releases.
Sure.
And like... This one, for me, had more songs that I liked overall than subsequent releases. Because this one, to me, felt like it had a little more diversity in style. You had like Lenny Kravitz, which was more the rock feel. You have kind of the more chill things like your Marcy Playground, your Radiohead. You've got the weird kind of rocking thing with Harvey Danger.
Yeah.
You've got the cool chill with Fastball. You've got the outright pop with Janet Jackson, Spice Girls.
And Hanson.
You got Hanson.
Then you throw in there a little Barbie Girl with Aqua.
I mean, it's kind of all over the place.
It is.
And it seems that as they went on, it went more for like that straight pop with
Billboard 100, top 100.
No deviation with style.
Mm-hmm.
Out went the rock. Out went anything that was off a little kilter. But I did hang on for the first 7 volumes. And there are some interesting tunes.
I mean, I remember when they got into the teens, and I thought that it was ridiculous they were still making them. And now they're at what now?
Now, they just released on October 23rd, now 76.
And we're talking the U.S. releases.
This is U.S. releases, and this is only mainline. because there have been a lot of different sublines.
Oh,
they have the
that's
Christmas
right.
ones.
Which I've had the first Christmas one was fantastic.
Wow.
They've
2
got-
CD set.
They've got reggae ones. They've got
They've got country. They've got
All right.
specialized.
Yeah, they have like little niches now also. But what blew my mind was looking this up. The first now release was the UK Ireland release in 1983.
This blows my mind.
Right.
And they were doing them annually.
I did not know that existed until this moment.
Yeah, and apparently they had between 83 and 98 been expanding to other countries and other regions.
With each region having their own releases.
Series. Yeah, like whatever was popular in that country.
How in the heck did they get the rights to all these
Probably
things?
spending a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot. Like knowing the music industry and how
anal.
Yeah, yes.
There you go.
How anal they can be.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about this from a business perspective. Like, how in the heck did they get half of these guys?
Yeah.
Well, and that's the other thing was like, if you look at who's on there, you start to see a recurring theme. Like you kind of see the same bands popping up.
A lot of times, yeah.
So
it's probably only from certain record labels.
That's my feeling. That's kind of my feeling because like you're not seeing a lot of diversity from very early on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking that there's a select group of the companies.
My first one, and I've only probably had 3 or 4. It was Now Volume 2.
I think 2, if I remember correctly, the last song was the one about sunscreen. It was like to the graduating class of 1999, always remember to wear sunscreen. Like he's like doing this thing.
The track listing I have, it says Everybody's Free by Quentin Tarver. It leads off with Britney Spears' Baby One More Time.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
My version of Now That's What I Call Music is usually some kind of music inspired by soundtrack of said movie that was cool that year. By that I mean like Tomb Raider or Fast and the Furious or something like that.
I was looking at an incorrect track listing. You're right. Number 18, Everybody's Free to Wear Sunscreen.
By Baz Luhrmann.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh.
And yeah, I mean, so I was still very confused when it came to music whenever this came out, and I was quite confused for a long time about music because I didn't really know what I liked.
Well, this series will do it.
And this didn't help a whole lot.
No.
I fell in that camp firmly for a very long time, and probably got made fun of because I didn't know what kind of music I liked until high school hit, and then I was just like, you know what? I think I like metal because it's loud and it's angry. Like me.
Oh, my problem was I liked whatever anyone around me liked. So I became like a chameleon. I would adapt to whatever. So I became like, I love the oldies, but I love like the new pop stuff. But then I loved like 80s metal. I love like the 70s hard rock and metal. But then I also liked, like I was kind of all over the place, just depending on who I was with.
I went the opposite way. I usually liked none of the music I was around, minus a few bands that I can vaguely remember listening to growing up with my dad, like ZZ Top or Aerosmith. Mm-hmm. Other than that, it was always like techno or metal, because growing up in a very rural area, everybody was into country.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's the antithesis of that?
Probably metal.
Probably the metal.
Your death metal, your screamo, your whatever you want to call it. Any of that, that's what I was listening to. But you know why? Because it kept people away from me.
Yeah, I believe it.
And techno was probably my real self, not knowing that later on I would really fall in love with like synthwave, vaporwave stuff, which now I'm absolutely obsessed with and I can't get enough of.
This was also around the time. So yeah, I'm listening to KLU and K-Hits, some Keishi, the older stuff.
We're learning a lot about each other right now.
Oh, yeah.
But then I also, especially in high school, that's where because all the cool kids would listen to Z107, who only played like the same 10 songs every hour.
Yep.
But you'd listen for like the 1 or 2 songs that you like, and then it's like, oh yeah, I get to hear this song for 30 minutes, followed by the next song I like for 3 minutes, and then you got to wait for the next hour.
Right.
But that was also the time when 93X was around.
93X, as well as
93X was the shit.
And they played a lot of eclectic but good music.
Yes.
I would say 88.1 KDHX in St. Louis. They play probably the most eclectic group of music I've ever...
the biggest variety of music you'll hear almost anywhere that I can think of.
If anyone deserves my money throughout the year, it's KDHX.
Oh,
just
for sure.
saying.
Yeah.
But beyond that, the point before it got a little too commercial was great.
Yep.
105.7 here in St. Louis.
You turn the point on now, and it still sounds like it did 30 years ago.
Some days.
Some days.
Some days. When they do their way backs.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It just... man, those commercials got bad.
Well, and some of the time, they will play things now, and it's... I mean, as Eddie Trunk says, there's a reason it's called the music business. It's because it's business over music. It's business first. But they basically are told you have to play this. And usually what this is, for the last couple of years, a lot of the new stuff has become very poppy sounding. Not very... It doesn't have the aggression.
Natural. It's not real.
It feels very manufactured.
Fabricated.
I would also argue that the reason I would listen to The Point was usually for the morning show.
Yeah.
Because
honestly, they did some stupid stuff.
They've had a lot of good morning shows on there.
They have.
Consistently. Mm-hmm. And I will say that I do have pretty fond memories of back in kind of high school, like kind of being introduced to The Point and some of that back whenever some of these great bands that we think of, like, like they were still in their heyday.
Who remembers Bob and Tom?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I listened to Bob and Tom they were on Casey.
Yes.
I remember listening to them because my mom would take me to the airport to go to California, and that's all we'd listen to.
I thought talk shows were stupid, and then I learned
Bob
about
and Tom.
Bob and Tom.
Because they had all the comics.
Weren't they based out of like Colorado or something?
Yeah, I thought it was Indianapolis.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't based out of like Los Angeles or New York, I don't think.
Wow.
Okay. And here's the funny thing. They're still on the air, but Bob has retired from the show. It's still called Bob and Tom, but Bob hasn't been on for like a year or two.
That sounds about right.
And one of the guys that they brought on, I think, is originally from St. Louis.
Wasn't Opie and Anthony briefly on The Point before they went?
That sounds familiar.
Before they went like satellite, like Stern and all.
Because I remember Stern was on when I was in college on The Point.
Who was the big ones that pretty much made The Point what it is? That started calling themselves the Ninjas, and they had the ninja stickers.
Oh, that was the Woody and Rich show.
That's it.
And then Woody left to go to L.A.
Yep. Now it's just the Rizzuto show.
Yep. And I remember when they made that transition, and I thought, oh, God, this is not going to work because Woody is so dominant on here.
He is a loud individual.
It's probably better. It's probably better now than it ever was before.
That's fair. But yeah, I would argue that was the kind of turning point for the station was that show.
Oh, for sure.
That made that station very corporate. Aside from getting bought out from Clear Channel, something.
Well, now they're Hubbard.
Yeah, just getting passed around.
They got moved out of downtown out to off Olive somewhere.
Yeah, Creve Coeur.
Yeah, Casey went with them.
Huh. Well, probably cheaper.
Yeah, I want to say they're out there by 270 and Olive.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
And I want to say it's like near the old Microsoft building.
I was just about to say near the old Microsoft building.
And I do love Donnie Fandango. He seems like a pretty cool guy.
Agreed.
I do love him raging. He gets pissed off at a lot of things and then shares it. I love every second of it.
Also an afternoon show that was about the same time as Woody and Riz, but it was afternoon. Oh, I can't remember who they are. Jeff and somebody? I don't know.
Oh, so that was Jeff Burton.
Yeah.
Who is now on the Riz show.
Oh.
And he has been for a couple of years now.
All right.
Yeah, he's been fired, I think, like 3 times.
You can tell how much I listen to the radio at this point.
They make jokes about it still. About how many times have been fired?
That's the radio industry.
And I can't help. I do like Lux a lot.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. She's really cool.
She's neat.
Yes.
Indeed.
We got kind of off of now.
Right.
To be fair, I could talk about music for a long time.
Yeah, I usually am the terrible one who doesn't stay on topic, so you can yell at me on Twitter.
That's fine.
We might have to eventually do a music episode. Music only.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we'll be here all night.
All right.
And I will love it.
It'll be a 4-parter.
I do remember posting
I don't think anyone's going to like me.
I was posting the Beatles stuff, and you're like, I think we might have to do a music episode.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think we should do that one time. All right. So due to the RIAA, I don't know if I'm going to do any music on this one.
Maybe we could do like a...
you could do the commercial.
It's true.
Do
I'm sure there's
clip of it.
There's got to be a Now commercial out
Oh,
there.
there's 76 of them.
Well, minimum.
Minimum.
Okay. We'll do our best. Enjoy.
Are you ready for Now? 17 of today's hottest superstars in one all-new Power Pack collection. Move into a new dimension with the year's biggest song.
I don't care who you are.
Smash hits from Backstreet Boys, Marcy Playground, Janet, Everclear, Lenny Kravitz, and Fastball. Set your sights on Now. 17 essential tracks on one awesome album. To order, call now. Now you can have all your favorite hits right here, right now. You get chart toppers from Hanson, Casey and JoJo, Radiohead, Brian McKnight, and All Saints. Now delivers nothing but the biggest hits you crave. But to get them, you must call the number on your screen.
If you could only see
This is the music that rocks your world. The Superstar Hits Collection of the Year has arrived. This is Now. There's never been a music collection like this before, until now, on CD or cassette. Now that's what I call music. Ryan, throw back a bottle of beer. To order now, call the number on your screen or send check or money order for $15.98 for cassette or $17.98 for CD, plus shipping and handling to the address above. Rush delivery available. Call and order right now. I'm going home through your cold black hair. Blow daddy.
Moving back over to food, this one's probably going to be a little bit short because, well,
yeah,
it didn't seem to last as long with Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now, this is something that's, again, before Brad's time, unfortunately. Justin, I don't remember if you said you'd ever had a chance.
I can't say that I was familiar with these.
Oh, I remember when these came out, and boy, I sure do miss them in this state, this iteration.
This form.
This is what they are today, bastardized.
Dang.
I'm talking
Shots
about,
fired.
Right, Chicken Littles from Kentucky Fried Chicken. These originally came out back in the mid to late 80s. Most of the commercials that you'll find on the YouTubes are from 1987. And These little chicken sandwiches were about the size of just a little slider hamburger like you would get from either White Castle or Crystal. And just a little slice of fried chicken little sandwich.
What surprised me is how thin they were.
Very.
Which, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, that's going to have a nice crunch and a nice chew to it.
Yep.
That sounds great.
Throw in their little quote-unquote special sauce, which I really just thought was like a mayonnaise with maybe a little extra something in it.
Like ketchup?
No. No.
In that video, it almost looked like maybe a relish or something.
Yeah.
Pickles.
Oh, okay.
Something. It looked like little green things.
Yeah. I originally, before doing a little more research, in the fact looking back at the commercials, talking about some specials, I just thought it was basic mayonnaise. Which would have been fine, but it looked like there was something inside the
Wasn't
mayonnaise.
it like Thousand Islands or something?
No.
Like Big Mac special sauce?
It looked white.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Huh.
But the nice thing about these, and just in these commercials, you would see, getting sacks and all these little sandwiches stacked up. Why did you have a whole bunch of them stacked up? Because they only cost 39 cents.
Which I looked up, that'd be 89 cents today.
Which is still...
That's amazing.
Which would still be cheaper.
Just shy of $1.
Yeah, still cheaper than what you get at White Castle right now for a chicken sandwich.
Cheaper than a slider.
Yeah.
I'm weird. I regularly keep frozen White Castles in my fridge for the just in case I'm hungry and I don't know what to eat snack.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Which I just had last night coming home from a long trip we just had.
Mm-hmm.
And they also remind me of childhood now because my grandma would also keep them in her deep freezer. And every time I would come over, I'd wipe her out of any White Castle she had. She's like, I would be always like, oh, well, why do you keep these? Oh, they're for you and Grandpa. Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, you can actually get the frozen chicken sandwiches. And I mean, White Castle's got a pretty good lineup now for frozen food.
I'm not a big fan of their chicken rings, but their chicken sandwich, that's good.
Yeah.
I couldn't do what you do because I put it in the freezer, and by the end of the day, I'm thinking, man, I know it's in there.
The same day you'd bring them home.
I kind of want them now.
Specifically, I get the jalapeno cheese ones because they are the best iteration.
Oh, so I put Harvest Cheddar Sun Chips on my White Castles. I don't know... Putting the chip, getting the crunch in there, I don't know.
I add just a little bit of Dijon mustard.
Sometimes I'll add a little mustard. Kind of like a Crystal burger.
Yeah, which
Put a little mustard
not
on
as
it.
good. Fight me.
I can't do Crystals.
Nope.
I've tried it twice.
I like where they're going with it, but they're not as good.
No, not White Castle.
I'm an equal opportunity eater. I like all of the things.
Which, my goodness.
I'm fat. Put it in me.
That's how I feel.
I like yummy things.
But yeah, these were 39 cents. And there's been a big push. There's like Facebook groups and all sorts of petitions and stuff. Bring back chicken little sandwiches as they were. We understand you're not going to do it for 39 cents. We're just talking about the style, the recipe, that iteration.
I feel like those things were mechanically separated, if not chemically, and squished out into a patty with some breading. They could do that. Come on, they could do that for $1.
Yeah,
maybe $1.50.
Gosh,
I would be becoming a KFC aficionado if they brought those back.
Same.
I mean, you figure 39 cents. We'll just round up to 40. You get 5 of them, $2.
Start doing like sacks, like White Castle has.
Sack of 10.
Yeah, do like
$4.
4 of them, 10 of them, 20. Do like combos.
I know what I'm eating later this week. Or when I get home.
So they did bring them, we'll say, quote unquote, brought them back in 2012. Not the same thicker piece of chicken.
Longer
kind
bun.
Of bready, yeah.
It's almost like they use a chicken tender, like a
in a way, kind of like a chopped off chicken strip.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. Like they find the weakest, crappiest tenders that aren't big enough to go in the regular meal, and they put it on the sandwich.
Right. They added pickles, which pickles on a chicken sandwich is good. I mean, just look at Chick-fil-A. It's just the basic chicken sandwich there. Phenomenal.
I mean, any good fried chicken it's a requirement.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm just saying.
I will honestly say I've not had these Chicken Littles since they've been brought back. So
I think I have. Well, okay. To be fair, maybe it wasn't called that, but it was something. There was like snack something.
Yeah.
But they had like a few different sauces they would dip it in, as well as like a normal one, like a barbecue, a buffalo, and a normal one. So I've had maybe a version kind of it, and they're probably about $1 a piece.
Yeah, I just don't go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, and that was even before the whole celiac, gluten stuff like that. Some things I'll still roll the dice with. I haven't bothered to go back to a Kentucky Fried Chicken or nothing.
I like the bowls.
Yes. Probably the best thing they have.
Oh, yeah.
Mashed potatoes, gravy, corn some chicken,
cheese,
chicken.
Yep.
Hell to the yes.
Yep. And I would just stir it all up. And
yep.
Oh, yeah.
Shovel it in.
Yep.
Get in my belly.
Get like a roll and dip it in there. Oh,
I could do a whole thing on just the bowls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that was one of my little favorite things that I just wonder what the hell happened to these. They were so great, so popular, just bloop, gone. Some executive in an office probably decided, it's just not performing the way we want to. And
we wish to take the company in a different direction.
Right.
Okay.
Famous last words.
Uh-huh.
Chicken Littles just walking down the street singing, do-a-diddy-diddy-dum, diddy-do. Kentucky Fried Chicken's got my favorite thing to eat, singing, do-a-diddy-diddy-dum, diddy-do. They look good, taste fine, only 39 cents, gotta have them all the time.
Kentucky Fried Chicken's new Chicken Little sandwiches. They cost just a little, but people love them a lot.
All right, so we kind of hinted at this one a little bit earlier, and now we're going to get back to it. And this is another one from Brad's wonderful list.
Oh.
One of his favorite drinks. Tell us about it.
So aside from Surge, which we've talked about and drank too much of in past episodes.
Oh, it's so good.
Sugar.
Yes.
Which I don't know what its current state is with our current life habits currently. I don't know if it still exists in stores because they've cut back on things that they don't do a lot of.
I didn't really see it much in stores. I see it more in gas stations.
Yeah, usually.
And I haven't been in gas stations, so I don't know.
Right. Don't have to fill up near as much.
Yeah.
Send help.
I've only been filling up the car like twice this year.
Right. I've driven more in the past weekend than I have the whole year.
Yeah.
Pepsi Blue. I don't know if you guys have ever had it.
Nope.
There's a no from Justin. I think a no from Kevin.
I don't recall ever having it.
All right. So as a kid, because I'm underage and don't have fun things to look forward to, soda was the next best thing. And Pepsi Blue was that was heaven. So Pepsi Blue launched in about mid-2002 and was discontinued only about a year and a half later. Now, it was referred to as a berry cola fusion, and that fusion is key to their marketing. It was never like a mixture. It was never anything else. It was always berry cola fusion. Like fusion was the new buzzword going into the 2000s.
Like Ford Fusion?
Like the Ford Fusion. Like Metroid Fusion, like whatever other fusion, whatever you want to talk about. That was the new buzzword, so they used it.
Marketing 101.
Yep. The flavor was referred to, described by Pepsi as just berry, and the drinkers of it would describe it as kind of blueberry, raspberry, similar to maybe cotton candy because of the sugar content, which I believe was more than most sodas. I didn't actually look up that label, though.
So still different than like the Mountain Dew Voodoo. It's like a bag of Skittles.
Huh.
Yes, because while being blue, it had the cola flavor with the berry support.
So it didn't replace the cola flavor.
Right.
So there's your fusion.
The reason this happened is because Pepsi launched Mountain Dew Code Red, I believe in 2001 area.
One of my favorites.
Yes.
Still
And
good to this
it
day.
boosted
Yes.
their sales by 6%. So they were like, well, let's do it again, but for Pepsi.
Mm-hmm. Can lightning strike twice?
Nope. Unfortunately. The other thing that kind of killed this quickly was tinting this particular beverage with Blue One. At the time, a highly controversial coloring agent banned in numerous countries at the time. Now that may be different. But
Kind of like red M&Ms.
I guess because it was, that particular colored dye was outlawed in many countries, it was kind of hard to push it in multiple countries.
Do you guys happen to remember the big deal when M&Ms came back with the red color?
No. Do tell.
I don't remember a whole lot about it. I just remember it was a big deal, and I don't remember exactly when this was without looking it up. I just remember, oh my God, they're bringing red M&Ms. What?
I always remember Mountain Dew and was it Yellow No. 5 being a big deal?
Mambo No. 5?
Oh,
wait, we're not talking about music.
Yeah, that was a couple segments ago.
Well, for us.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we lost Kevin.
The wonderful fusion of berry and cola just couldn't have been greater and put in a greater time. It's basically the flavor of the 90s just a few years later. And as you know, decades usually bleed over into the next one, so it's kind of the tail end of the 90s, so to speak.
Now, we cannot find that in the United States, correct?
Correct. I believe it was, Indonesia still has it?
That was that one commercial, yeah.
Which apparently now I have to go to, literally for a soda. I love Pepsi Blue. I don't say that about too many Pepsi products. But growing up as a kid, I mean, we would get 12 packs after 12 packs after 20-ounce sodas after 12 packs. It was just Pepsi Blue until it ran out. That's all we drank.
With soda companies doing so many different things, especially with Pepsi and what they do with Mountain Dew, granted, they've got numerous Mountain Dew flavors currently, and they're even bringing out more in 2021. Makes you wonder if they would have to look at this.
Well, especially even as a nostalgia play, I feel like for a limited time only.
I wonder if they would do that in
People would lose their mind.
In 2022, because that would be the 20th anniversary.
I was just thinking that, yeah.
Oh, great time to do it. Hey, folks.
Because, Crystal Pepsi, they brought it back for that short time.
2015 for Back to the Future, right? 30th anniversary?
Clear Pepsi?
Yeah.
I don't remember when it was. I remember getting one just within the last few years.
I got one, had it. It was one of those bending your mind kind of things, because you think cola and you always think dark, and then you sip it and you're thinking Sprite, but it hits you with cola and you're like, whoa, what just happened?
Yeah. I'd walk into another universe and nobody told me.
Yeah. No, I can imagine them coming up with the marketing for it. Pepsi Blue in 22.
Blue is back.
Again, to preface this, I am very much a Coca-Cola kind of guy. However, Pepsi Blue
had you.
Yeah, that's the one.
And when it comes to sodas and the Pepsi versus Coca-Cola debate, it depends on where I get it and what delivery style it is. If it's fountain, like I feel that Taco Bell has fantastic Pepsi,
which I just had one today. It wasn't bad.
Other places that serve Pepsi, not as much.
A lot of places, especially for some reason, some of the pizza places, their Pepsi almost tastes flat.
Yes.
And I don't know why.
Interesting.
Or if you go to Sonic and you get Coca-Cola, it's wonderful. Or McDonald's, it's typically wonderful.
Oh, you could get any soda from McDonald's, and I feel like it's infinitely better than it should be. Just like Disney, I swear.
Yeah.
I don't know why this happens, but those two places...
Like fine-tuned better.
I don't know what they do to it. It's amazing.
But then you get Coke at Hardee's or Jack in the Box. Nothing. It's like two different things. Like we go to a roast beef restaurant here in St. Louis area, chain, Lion's Choice. Sodas are just fucking horrible.
I always forget they exist.
And it's Coke. Horrible.
That makes me sad.
I'm to the point I don't even get their soda when I go there now.
Don't they have their own root beer? Or do they just carry root beer?
They just carry a root beer.
Okay.
Culver's is Pepsi.
But they carry their own root beer.
Yes, they do.
And it's great.
It's fantastic. Yes, it is. I don't know. Or there's like Coke in a 20-ounce bottle versus a 2-liter bottle versus fountain.
Glass bottle, the Mexico,
Right.
real sugar.
Some totally different experiences. It's really weird how soda works.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the sodas.
Oh, yes.
I like trying all of the weird ones. I usually will post about it on Instagram when I find one that is strange. I'm still looking to maybe pick up one of those, what is it, the new Crush one that they did. I want to say it's one of the blue ones or the watermelon or something like that. Crush has a new flavor out right now, one or two flavors. It's, again, sugar. It's like, oh. Which, having Pepsi Blue again, supposedly having so much sugar, might be interesting to have it again if it ever does come back, to see if I still feel the same way.
Right.
I'd be also interested to see if it smells the same. I know that sounds weird, but...
Oh, I get it.
When I smell gamer fuel, i.e. Mountain Dew gamer fuel,
yes,
it instantly snapped my fingers. I'm back in 2007 playing Halo 3.
Yeah, I'm back most of the 2000s playing Halo.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. I'm back there.
I wonder if Pepsi Blue can do the same.
I don't know.
We'd like to find out.
I would love to find out.
Dear PepsiCo.
Otherwise, I have to go to Indonesia.
All right.
That's a long trip.
And if I get there, I might not be let back in.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So anyway, here's a Pepsi Blue commercial for your listening enjoyment.
Time and time Tell people you think about me. Time and time again, you'll think about yourself. Hey! Crank it up!
Pepsi Blue, a fusion of berries with a splash of cola. Pepsi Blue, it's a blue thing.
All right, this time we're going to shift back to Justin's list and let's talk about some Magic Eye. I want to know more about this because this was not ringing a bell.
Oh, you don't recall the Magic Eye?
I'm guessing not.
I didn't, but I think I just did.
Oh, yeah. Like, you do a search on Magic Eye, you know exactly what it is. They're stereograms. That's the actual name for what they are. And basically what it does is it takes an image, but it splits it into...
Overlapping images?
Sort of, yeah. But it's like if you just stare at it, it just looks like colorful gobbledygook. But if you focus the right way with your eyes, then they come together, and then it seems to stand out in a 3D way from the page.
It's, yeah. There was a time I couldn't do it, and then the first time that you actually do it, it's like seeing the Matrix code.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh my God, I have to go through this whole book now because I just figured out how to do the thing.
And once you can do it, you can never forget how to do it.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Yep.
To the point where you almost stare at it, and within 2 seconds you got it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just like your eyes just know.
I want to say they even had a cheat sheet in like the back of the book?
Oh yeah, they always had like this is how you do it. Like one common way back then was just stare past the image. You stare past, unfocus your eyes from the image, stare past it, and it'll come together. That never really worked for me.
How did you ever get it to work? Was it like the crossing of the eyes? Some people always say, cross your eyes.
The only way I can describe it is I wouldn't actually cross my eyes. I would kind of unfocus while slightly doing that.
Sure.
And then I would start to see the images kind of... I didn't know what they were, but I could see them kind of starting to overlap. And then I would blink and it would like focus on it and I would see it. It was really weird.
So describing that the best way I can, when you say you unfocus, it was one of those like if you're just sitting in a chair and you stare off blankly and you just kind of let your eyes just not focus on anything around you and it just kind of becomes slightly blurry.
Yep.
Almost like being bored and letting your eyes glaze over during like a boring math class thing, which math never was boring to me, but that's the first thing that I thought of.
Yeah, I mean, these were huge in the 90s.
Yeah.
I don't remember the term, but I remember seeing these books. I guess I just never got into it.
Reading the term, I'm like, well, what is that? As soon as you said it out loud, I was like, no, I know exactly what this is without reading your comments. I was like, oh man, about every one of my buddies' parents had one of these books right next to the couch.
Yep.
Like, oh, here, check this one out. Oh,
yep.
Nope, can't see this one. Flip the page. Can't see this one. Flip the page. Oh, I see it this time. Well, let's go to the back of the book to see what the other two were since I couldn't see it.
Yeah, and they always had a guide at the end, like a black and white version, and they would show you what it's supposed to be. And But, I mean, these things were... I mean, my God. When I worked in the bookstore, even 2002, 3, 4, 5, and 6, we still had the they weren't quite as big as coffee table books, but they were pretty good sized hardbacks, and we still carried a whole bunch of them. But in the 90s was definitely their heyday, and they were on like album covers, hidden in album covers. They'd make reference to them constantly in like sitcoms.
Just makes you wonder how they came up with something like this.
The original stereogram idea, from what I was looking up, was found in I think 1969, but it was used for something
different,
something completely different. The first instance of it used in an entertainment fashion for this was in Japan in 91. First book.
Leave it to the Japanese.
Exactly. And I think, if I remember correctly, the guy would make these and sell them on the street. Go figure.
Yeah, that's how New York of him.
Yes. But the first books in the U.S. were sold in 93, and they sold massively. In fact, I remember they were like, the mainstays were the books and calendars.
Yeah.
Like, you'd have the little hardback books, but then you'd have the big 12-month calendars, but then you'd also have the little one-a-day calendars that you peel off every day, and there'd be like a different one every day. And
I feel like one of the kids' magazines may have had like one snuck in there every once in a while.
Yeah. I mean, these things, they looked like ugly, terrible, like the worst kind of art possible.
Yeah.
But if you saw that horrible image, it's like, oh, is there an elephant in there? Is there a giraffe in that?
Oh, it's a palm tree.
Oh, it's a beach setting. Cool.
That's one of those.
You know, talking out loud about it now, I think I kind of see why it disappeared.
It was definitely one of those things that it was just the novelty of it.
Yes,
was amazing, and then it just kind of
wears off quickly.
Wore off.
Once you see all the pictures, what's the point?
Yeah, and they're all pretty basic images of what's in there.
Well, because you can't get too complicated with the image, because I feel like one, for most people, it's hard enough to see the image. Two, if you get too complicated, you may not see it at all. It's be just a big mess.
And really, the way that it overlaps, you really need it to be in the center. You can't really have it fill up a whole lot of the space.
Right.
And the more it fills up, the less your eye is going to see the whole
focus on
thing. Yeah. And apparently it's still around. It still exists.
Really?
And they still make stuff. They still make books and things, but it's definitely not anywhere like it was 20 years ago.
I was going to say 20 years ago, I still bet that book was like $20.
Oh, yeah. 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 I
remember them not
seeing the
being
commercials
cheap.
for this back then, too.
Oh.
I guess we'll have to find some.
I guess so.
I wonder how much something like that would be costing now.
Yeah, I'd love to know, because I swear they were not cheap. Because I never had one.
Yeah,
I always
didn't
had to go to
either.
a friend's house.
I'm pretty sure I had a calendar one year.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might have been it.
I feel like the calendar situation's pretty cool. Wake up, do your little funny eye thing, look at the new calendar. All right, great. Time to go to school.
And I know that I had, from working in the bookstore, because we would have those little Peel Everyday calendar, the little desktop ones. At the end of the season, it's like they didn't want any of them back. They were non-returnable, so we'd have to just throw them away. So what we would do is we would actually take them, pull them, literally pry them off the glue off of their little plastic stands, throw the stand away, and then keep it for like notepads. We'd write on the back.
That's really
just flip
smart.
it over on the back and
we had stacks of them, and we would use them as little notepads.
That's really smart.
So we did that for years, and for years after the store closed, I still had stacks of them. In fact, if I dig, I'm sure I could find one or two still buried somewhere.
Wow.
From like 2006, 2007, maybe even earlier.
I would have liked to have had some Far Side ones.
I did have a couple Far Side ones back in the day.
That would have been nice to have.
Thank you for selecting the Magic Eye video. This video is unlike any you've ever experienced. If you're familiar with the Magic Eye products, then you're familiar with the concept of hidden 3D images, and it should be easier for you to see the images in this video. It may, however, take a little practice and patience as the images are much larger. If you're not familiar with the Magic Eye technique, the books are an excellent tool to learn the basic principles. We've divided this video into 3 sections, each progressively more challenging. Make a game of finding the images and see how many you can identify. Don't get frustrated or give up. The more you watch, the more you will see. Once you learn the technique, then teach it to others. Now, sit back and relax and prepare for a lot of fun as you watch Magic Eye, the video.
Right, so moving back to my list, this is my last item on my list. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Do you have the power?
No.
Oh.
I sure don't.
Well, Prince Adam did.
Yeah, Prince Adam sure did. Yeah, and he screamed it every episode at the beginning. And then sometime midway through the episode.
And then he became a meme.
Yeah. Now, this was an animated TV show created to help promote Mattel's toy line back in 1983. So,
Man, what a way to promote any toy line.
Right.
Hey, let's just create a show.
Right.
Welcome to the 80s.
Yeah, for real.
Right. There's a wonderful Toys That Made Us episode on this that kind of really goes in more depth than we'll go into here.
Yeah, these are all like snack size.
Yeah.
Like fun size. Like, what you're going to get in your little Halloween basket.
Right.
If
Maybe
you
it's a
go
McDonald's
anywhere.
Happy Meal pail for Halloween.
It's like the Chicken Little version.
Yeah. But more than 39 cents worth.
Yeah.
2020.
We are high class.
Right.
We're the 89-cent version.
All right. This show actually ran. Now, you would think it would have had a longer run than just 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
65 episodes each. So you only had 130 episodes. It ended in 1985. Boom, done. Flash. Gone.
Wait, so 2 seasons, each season having 65 episodes?
Correct. Yep. So
Jesus, that's like some Pokemon seasons.
Right.
They crammed. I mean, G.I. Joe did that too.
Yep.
They crammed a lot of episodes in the season.
Shoved it down your throats.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what happened. It just burned people out. I don't know. It just, growing up at that time, so it comes out in 83, I'm 7.
Well, maybe also, so if you look at like Transformers, it was like every season they had to introduce new characters.
Mm-hmm.
And then after 2 seasons, they had the movie, which basically killed them all off.
Yeah.
And then they introduced a whole new line.
Right.
So I wonder if like after 2 seasons, it's like, all right, we've done all we can do. Maybe let's try something. Screw it.
Yeah, because if you look at the
Let's do a
toy
movie.
line, like the second year or whatever, as the toy line went on, you start seeing some really weird creations.
And you couldn't even find the original characters anymore.
Right. At that time, they're just pushing battle armor He-Man. You know, I don't want fucking battle armor He-Man.
Right.
I want He-Man. I want Skeletor.
He-Man in a scuba suit.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, this isn't Ninja Turtles.
You know, I don't want Moss Man just because he's a flocked, green, fuzzy version of Beast Man. I want Beast Man, orange.
I don't want a recolored, renamed thing.
Yeah, I don't want Fake-Or, which is fake He-Man, which is just He-Man, but blue and with the orange little chest, whatever it was he wore. It's not what I want.
Man, if this was dinosaurs, I'd be all about it.
Right.
I want all of the colored different creatures.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I just was not... I mean, yes, I watched the cartoon. Yes, my neighbor across the street had Castle Grayskull, and he might have also had Skull Mountain. Snake Mountain, I think it's what it was. Skeletor's place was called. I don't remember. I know he had Castle Grayskull. I don't even remember if I had a He-Man. I know I had Skeletor. I know I had Prince Adam, Ram Man, Trapjaw. I really wish I still had my Trapjaw. He's to me, he was the coolest looking figure. You know, you could swap out things on his one hand, and he had a little jaw. It was pretty cool. But then, of course, they spun off a show for girls, She-Ra, which is Prince Adam's sister.
Didn't they didn't Netflix do a new She-Ra?
Yeah, there's been a new
Recently?
She-Ra cartoon series.
Yeah.
Obviously, I haven't looked at it.
Yeah,
I don't even think I've ever seen an episode of She-Ra as it is.
Wasn't there supposed to be a new He-Man movie series, something?
There's supposed to be in 2021 on Netflix, and I think it's supposed to be done by Kevin Smith.
Wasn't that supposed to be out last year?
Yeah.
I'm
I
curious.
lose track of all this stuff.
Nowadays, time has no meaning.
No, no, it doesn't.
No.
Yeah.
As we move into November.
Yes, time is an illusion.
All right. Then they did a live action movie. Good idea.
Well, here's the deal. It's a canon film. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
They don't have any attempt to try to make anything make sense or make anything come from any source material.
Yeah.
Not to mention they didn't have enough money to finish the film. So the director and Frank Langella, who played a Skeletor,
right,
and which bad casting, and Dolph Lundgren, they agreed to finish shooting the film. Like they didn't have an ending. They never shot it because they ran out of film. So they went into like a warehouse and did like close-ups for the ending. So if you watch the last few minutes of the movie, none of the shots matched the action because they were just filming in like someone's garage. Yeah, there's a really good documentary about Canon, which I am blanking on. Actually, I think it's called Electric Boogaloo now that I think about it. The story of Canon. And they talk in detail about it. And it's pretty funny how that movie came about.
I want to say I've seen bits and pieces of something like that.
Yeah. I know I've never seen this movie. I've had no desire to see it.
It's
Has Red Letter Media done anything on that? Or at least mentioned it in passing?
Probably.
Yeah.
I will say that this movie is very notorious. If you like bad B movies,
this is probably
should be way at the top of your list.
Now it's starting to ring a bell.
It has no similarities to the cartoon at all.
No.
So like the Mario's Brother movie.
It's not far off.
Which also guilty pleasure for probably the wrong reasons now, I guess.
Well, also in that movie, nobody liked the filming or knew what was going on, so they would get drunk on set.
Yeah, John Leguizamo, I think, ran into...
Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins.
Yep.
Especially Hoskins.
R.I.P.
They were very...
Yeah, which one was it that got hit with the car and hurt their leg? Or got their leg hurt?
I want to say it's Bob, right?
Yeah, I don't remember. One of them got drunk and ran into the other one with a car.
Yeah, that was
broke his leg
or
hurt his leg or something. He was filming scenes in a boot.
Yeah, it's a good double feature.
Yeah,
just kick back a few high alcohol beverages.
I think you just made my November.
Oh yeah, like that would be an interesting double feature.
That's a Saturday night.
Mm-hmm. I'd be so game for that.
That's happening.
Mm.
You think I'm joking?
Oh, I'm ready for this.
Yeah, apparently Frank Langella took the role of Skeletor because of his son's love for the character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Too bad he, I guess, didn't realize how canon films worked.
Yeah. Yeah, so that came out in 1987.
It was a thing.
Yeah, apparently they tried to do a reboot in 1990 with what they called The New Adventures of He-Man, which was supposed to be a continuation of the series, I believe.
Do you remember any of those?
No.
Okay, this was past your prime.
Yeah,
sort
this
of
was
thing.
definitely past my
1990. What does that put you? Middle school?
14.
Just into high school?
Yeah, I would be 8th grade.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
8th, getting ready to go into freshman. That lasted 65 episodes.
That's a little haul.
Don't think I've ever seen a clip.
I didn't know that existed.
No.
Right. Rebooted the show again in 2002. And I think that's when they kind of came out with the more... And they released figures, I think, that they're more skinny. They kind of like have hunchbacks in a way.
Like NECA figures?
I guess so. They're obviously more detailed, not the big, bulky, kind of original figures. But
Which was Mattel? Or
Mattel, yes. Yeah, Mattel toy line. The original series was by Filmation, and this was their most successful animated series ever.
Nice.
Yeah, which looking at the animation, you're like,
how'd that happen?
That's your best.
There was, for a few weeks, I forgot what, it was one of the local over-the-air channels. They would show, like, real early in the morning, some old He-Man, which I haven't watched since I was real little. Yeah, it's eye-opening.
I wanted to say that Amazon Prime for a while, it's probably been a while since I've looked it up, but I thought they had some episodes from season 1 on Amazon Prime.
It's definitely a...
Hasn't that aged well either?
No.
Yikes.
It was definitely an interesting watch.
Yeah. Let's just say the franchise hasn't had the power.
No.
Dang.
Ba-doom, boom.
That just happened.
Enjoy the commercial, folks.
And the masters of the universe.
I am Adam, Prince of Eternia and defender of the secrets of Castle Grayskull. This is Cringer, my fearless friend. Fabulous secret powers were revealed to me the day I held aloft my magic sword and said,
By the power of Grayskull. mighty Battle Cat, and I became He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Only 3 others share this secret. Our friends, the Sorceress, Man-at-Arms, and Orko. Together, we defend Castle Grayskull from the evil forces of Skeletor.
So for the last one on Brad's list, we are going to kind of stay here in the Midwest. I don't know how many people would be familiar with the store chain department store outside of the St. Louis area, but I know they had stores in other areas across inside the Midwest.
And or tried to get outside of the Midwest.
Yes.
So this one's kind of a strange one, but kind of popped in my head, and I was like, I kind of want to talk about Venture stores.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you two remember Venture. I'm sure you do.
Oh, yeah. Venture.
I remember being with a friend of the family, and our mom was with us, but she was, I think, in another store or something, and we went in there to kill some time, and we were supposed to pick her up in like 20 minutes or something. That was back whenever they had the display with, I think at the time it was a Super Nintendo that was put up, and we started playing whatever it was, and we were there longer than 20 minutes.
Oh, that's easy.
We were probably there an hour and a half playing on this thing, and finally she comes marching over. She's like, "Where have you been?" Blah, blah, blah. We're like,
right here.
We're almost beating it. We need more time. And she said, "We're leaving right now." Okay.
Well, you tried.
Good old Venture. Yeah. Every time I think of Venture, I think of that
episode.
Yeah.
Now, at one point, I want to say my aunt had worked at Venture.
Okay.
Now, the sort of running joke was anytime she would go work at a place, they would get shut down, bankrupt, something.
Oh, boy.
Not usually anything to deal with her.
Right.
Just wrong place, wrong time kind of thing.
It's a bad run of luck.
So, yeah, Venture. Kind of, I don't know, similar to like a Target or Walmart in a lot of ways, but claim to be very cheap.
Yeah,
I'd say definitely similar to Kmart.
Yeah, they were definitely an independent department store, trying to, compete with Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, it was a tough run right there.
Yeah, John Geis?
I'm going to go with a Geis.
Formerly from Target stores, and Dave Babcock from Executive Vice President from May Department Stores.
Which, popular with Famous Bar.
Ah, okay, that makes more sense. Founded Venture in 1968, which it's worth noting the headquarters is actually in O'Fallon, Missouri, or was, rather.
Yep.
Which is not too far from here.
Yeah, it was based out of St. Louis, which was kind of cool.
So the Venture stores expanded to operate over 70 stores in major market St. Louis area, Chicago, and Kansas City. Hence the St. Louis area kind of thing that we keep talking about. Expanded across various areas in the United States over a period of nearly 30 years, becoming the largest discount chain in Chicago. That's interesting.
That is very interesting.
The first Venture store opened in 1970 in the St. Louis suburb of Overland.
Right, which is the suburb that my wife grew up in.
Ah, okay, so I didn't know that one, so it didn't ring a bell to me. 1976, Geis...
Good year.
Geis retired and left Venture stores, which by that time had 20 units. Now, they had a lot of different taglines for their department store. In the 80s, it was Save at Venture, Save with Style. In the early 90s, it was See What's New for You. And at the time of bankruptcy, it was See What a Little Money Can Buy.
Spoilers.
Right. And that's all you had to spend to buy stuff at that time.
while facing some competition. Obviously, in the 90s, there was a lot of competition for that kind of middle tier department store kind of battleground. They made a fatal mistake of trying to expand to Texas. And that was kind of the downfall. They pushed too fast, too hard into a completely different market. It didn't work. They ran out of money. And most of the former Venture buildings were absorbed through the likes of Kmart. Mm-hmm. And for the big Kmart stores that they started popping up.
Yeah, that's where pretty much every Venture store turned into a Kmart.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Kmart didn't want the building.
Was there one in South County?
Mm-hmm.
Aha.
Yep.
Because I remember the one in Festus, because that's the one that we went to.
Right. Yeah.
Which became Kmart.
Yep. I only went to that one like once when it was a Venture, because I didn't grow up in Festus.
The final store was located in Crystal City, Missouri, which was closed permanently on March 2019.
Well, that was, but because that was after it became Kmart.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But now others were absorbed by Kohl's Shopco and Burlington Coat Factory.
Right, which the one in Crystal City, half the location now is a Harbor Freight
that makes sense.
store. I don't know why they did that, but whatever. The one that was in Kirkwood, which is the one that I went to the most, right there off Lindbergh and 44, is Burlington Goat Factory. So that's the one that we shopped at the most.
I would say I shopped at the one in Fairview the most because at the time I still lived in the Redbud area, which was, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes south of St. Louis.
Yeah, within the last, probably within the last 6 months or so, some wind or something blew some of the kind of coverage that had been wrapped over the Venture sign that's on 270 as you're heading north. Like, actually, I don't know if that would be considered what direction you're going at that point, but it's up in like the fluorescent.
Towards the airport?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a little beyond that.
Which we just saw.
We found a video on YouTube.
Approximately 11 months ago.
Yeah.
And it was at West Florissant and Dunn.
Yep, that's it.
And you see...
You can still see, it says Venture, clear as day, the black and white stripes. It's like,
there's all of like 230 something views, and we were one of them.
We're in a select club.
Yeah. I just have so many great memories of shopping there with my mom and dad, especially for Christmas time. So,
I do too, and I don't know if it was because they had lower prices, but I feel like we went there enough for me to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it made some kind of impression because I think Venture, and I'm like, oh, the toy section.
Yep.
So that's funny you mentioned that. I had this deal with my mom, and this was back, it's pretty small town. You didn't have to worry about things.
Yep.
We had this deal that when we walked in to a store, she would go off and do her shopping, and I would go straight to the toy section.
That's what I did.
And I would just hang out there and just like stare and wish.
Yeah, toys or electronics.
Yep.
It was just, once I got to a certain age, then it would go to electronics.
Right.
But yeah,
Correct.
It was. But then I started doing that with my dad, who they were divorced at the time, and he didn't know about this.
He didn't know about the separation.
Right. So I would just walk in and just disappear as far as he was concerned, but I was just going straight to what I was used to doing. I never thought to mention or ask anything.
It's funny how that separation, you don't always get the same outcome in both sides.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, loved Venture. I remember that was big when starting lineups were big. So, they would have like an entire section just starting lineup baseball figures. It's like, oh my gosh. Wow. Venture is actually where I got my Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh.
And that's where I bought my Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Well, I couldn't tell you where I got either of those because both of those were Christmas presents, as we've covered in the past.
Santa brought them to you.
Ah, yes, that's right. What was I saying?
Santa works in Japan?
Right.
He does this year.
North Japan. Northern Japan.
Lots of planets have a north.
Right. No, I also remember one of the things that I loved about Ventures, the one in Kirkwood. I don't remember if the other ones had. It probably had like a little food stand area where you could buy some food and stuff. Well, they had these burritos. I mean, they were, normal size, small little burrito. And I guess maybe they would sit under the heat lamp or whatever for so long they'd be so crispy. But my gosh, they were so good. And they had slush puppy. They didn't have icy. They were slush puppy.
I remember slush puppy.
Slush puppies were wonderful. Still good. Yeah, we would do that.
Wow, that slush puppy. That's a deep cut.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Venture, great store.
I don't remember Walmart having in quotations, that like food section until maybe later.
Some stores had McDonald's. Now some of them have Subways.
Yes, but even before that,
yeah.
like I feel like almost maybe Venture might have been a pioneer in
Venture, Kmart. They both kind of... Venture and Kmart kind of had very similar... They were more similar than either were to Walmart.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, because it's more like Target, Walmart.
Yeah, and I still put Target on top. I mean, to me, Target is the best department store.
Agreed. I would think most of my generation now would say Target is
you feel
the better
like you're going to
option.
get better quality stuff there.
Right.
I had to run out to the Target over here, and because I used to work across the street from it, and I remember back whenever they tore it down and rebuilt it, because we were watching it, and we were upset because like, oh no, they tore down the building and the sun sets over there, so now we got the sun coming in here because there's no building.
Yeah.
But then they rebuilt it, and it's like, oh, the sun's blocked again.
Wait, so they tore the Target down and rebuilt it?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's a newer building.
Yeah, that building's only been around for...
You talk about the one in Brentwood.
No, on Hampton.
Oh, on Hampton.
It's only been around since maybe 15 years. And the reason I love it so much, oh my God, you got the underground parking.
Yes.
Yep. Which is great when it's raining and weather's terrible.
It's the only place I park.
Super hot.
Yeah, and you've got the escalator for your cart, which is
kind of like
it's really cool.
Kind of like IKEA.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and this was around. I mean, granted, for here, the IKEA is a lot newer than that building is. So that was the first time I'd really ever seen that.
Yeah.
Yep. The parking underground as well as the little escalator for your cart.
Yeah. In fact, I had to go over there a couple weeks ago and get a couple things, and I thought, oh, this place is going to be so busy. I hate going here because it's so busy. And it was not busy at all.
Well,
and it was so, oh my God, I loved every second of it.
For a while, they had the underground parking closed for COVID, I think. So you couldn't park down there.
I guess to keep open air.
I guess.
Well, now they're doing construction out front, so they have a whole chunk of the parking lot out front closed off.
Yeah, so it's like, what do you do?
Yeah.
We just recently went there, maybe within the past couple weeks, for snacks for the trip, and we got to park underground again, which was great because it might have been raining or otherwise. Of course, it might have been hot. Who knows? It's Midwest.
The way the weather's been.
Good old Venture store.
Yeah, once I saw you had put that in there, I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to talk about Venture. Because, again, I remember we were there on a Sunday. I was going to end up missing Wizard of Oz showing on Channel 4 that day. I'm like, Like, I knew what time it was. I'm like, I'm missing Wizard of Oz.
I want to say I may have gotten a few original Jurassic Park toys from there.
Yeah, I might have too.
Yeah.
I think that's where my young T-Rex came from.
I
think about it.
Could be.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if they ever had any exclusives like that. Like if they had an exclusive toy that you could only get there.
I don't think that was a
Somehow I
thing,
doubt.
really. I mean, that seems to only be a thing these last so many years.
Like last 20, 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
if
I would
even
assume
long.
that would be more of a national store thing.
Yeah, probably
yeah.
not a small localized retailer like that.
Yeah.
But no, I would, if I'd be shopping with Mom and I wasn't over in the toys or the electronics, I would be kind of just going in and out of the little rings that the racks, the clothes would hang on.
Yeah,
Yep.
I did that too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because so, for those of you who have no idea what we're talking about, there was these racks that would hold clothes. They were in a ring shape. The clothes would circle that ring shape. Sometimes they'd have something on top to state what the price is,
Right.
like a glass top or something. But as a kid, it was very easy to just walk into this rack
and just hide.
And just kind of hide in the
Or
clothes.
sit down and relax.
Yeah. And for some reason, it was fascinating to every child.
Oh, yeah. I didn't do it so much in Venture because I had my section to go to.
Right.
But whenever my mom would go to Glicks, which at that time was in the Gannon Plaza.
Yep, where Blockbuster used to be. No. Gannon
no.
Plaza. I know where you're talking about. It's where, like, Schnucks and Home Depot.
Yeah. And, I mean, it's just this tiny little store with all those little circle things, and I would just go from one to the next, going in them. And she's like, you're going to wrinkle all the clothes. And I'm like, they're going to wash them anyways. Who cares?
Right. Yeah, I remember me and a friend, Tyrone, we worked at part-time Chrysler in what's called GSO for like summer replacement stuff. And the year that Venture was closing, me and him just left work one day and went shopping at Venture to pick up some clearance stuff and, got some like gym shorts and stuff like that.
I feel like I've done stuff like this before.
Just said, hey, let's go shopping and just run over there to grab some stuff. Yeah, it was really a bummer when Venture went out of business. I mean, I thought it was cool. It's like, oh, great, look, all these discounts.
It sucks when the store closes, but
Yeah.
those deals are pretty awesome.
They're usually not as good as you want them to be.
Oh,
though.
sure.
Question: do you guys remember National?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I worked for National.
That's what Schnucks
briefly.
was in Festus before.
We'll save that for another episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I can dig up some National Supermarket commercials for you.
Yep.
That I know, because I've looked them up. I'm going to have to dig up some Venture ones, I know. And I did share that one picture with you guys so many months ago where someone in the St. Louis area had a... apparently, back with the original Nintendo, they were doing like this kind of game competition or whatever, where they had a display, the person could win a Nintendo, they were giving away t-shirts and all this other stuff. Well, this person actually has one of those t-shirts from that still.
That's crazy.
And somebody posted the advertisement for the contest. I'm like, oh God, I would love to have all that. I mean, anything Venture related, I would just love to have pretty much. I don't know why, just a sentimental thing and being a pack rat hoarder and nostalgia kind of person. Another friend of mine, an old neighbor, Tim, he's actually got a still sealed Rubik's Cube.
Wow.
With a Venture sticker on it that he got from like his grandma or something like that.
Oh, nice.
I'm like, oh God, I'd like to have that.
Dang.
Yeah. I think that's where I got my Kung Fu NES game. Obviously, that's where my Nintendo came from, Super Nintendo. Probably a handful of games probably came from there as well. And then they just, poof, gone.
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
Yep.
Thanks for ripping the Band-Aid off, Brad.
Somebody had to.
I know.
He's not going to be okay for a while.
Nope. All right, so we're going to take one final break. Hopefully, this is going to be a Venture commercial for you.
Save adventure, yeah, save with style.
Greet the new year with Venture's great after Christmas savings. Save 33% on the entire stock of men's outerwear. A special group of ladies' sweaters just $7.99. Babies, blankets, sleepers now $3.49. Holiday party needs 99 cents each. Hit records are 2 for $3. 5 packs of Scott towels or tissues are $3. Venture's after Christmas sale. Don't miss it.
Save at Venture. Yeah, save with style.
All right, we are going to wrap up this episode with a celebrity death match.
Did anyone else watch this?
Briefly.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
I watched at least the first few seasons, the original run, like religiously. I didn't watch much of the reboot. They changed the art style and they changed some of the voices, and it's just
yeah,
which is why it didn't last very long.
Makes sense.
So yeah, if people hopefully remember, this ran on MTV, and this was back. They were starting to get into their animation phase.
The Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead was like kind of early '90s, and they started airing Ren and Stimpy, which was originally on Nickelodeon, but same company, so they started airing some of those on there. And so then they decided to do Cartoon Sushi, which was a collection of animated shorts, which I remember hearing about, but I don't remember actually watching. And that was a short that they did on there. And then they decided, like, oh, this is great reaction. This is really good. Let's do a show of this. And essentially, the entire show it's claymation, and it's taking celebrities fighting each other in claymation in like a wrestling format. None of the actual celebrities voice themselves, because it's all satirical. I don't think any of them really
wanted to be a part of it. I'd imagine some did.
Eventually. I'm sure some maybe did, but for the most part, I don't recall. And from what I was looking up, I didn't really see a whole lot of celebrities doing their own voices, with the exception of Steve Austin. He voiced himself, but he never really participated in any of the fights. He was like a commentator, like a guest commentator, but he was also like a weapons expert, and who would comment on like the weapon choices being used, which was kind of amusing.
Nice. This is very Robot Chicken-esque.
Oh, yeah. This is very proto-Robot Chicken. Yeah.
Interesting.
And like...
Probably had some influence.
Oh, I'm sure it did. And so usually, how they determine their matchups were... Usually it was either a play on their names, like a similarity in their names, or similarity in style of what they were. So it'd be like Men in Black versus X-Files. So you'd see K&J versus Mulder and Scully.
Charles Manson versus Marilyn Manson.
Charles Manson versus Marilyn Manson.
That's actually the first episode.
Ice-T versus Ice Cube.
It's like epic rap battles of history.
Yes, it's a lot like that. Yeah.
Mentioning Hanson and Spice Girls versus Hanson.
Yeah. Backstreet Boys versus NSYNC.
Oh, yeah.
And then in some of these, just like in epic rap battles, they would have like sometimes like a third person would come in and like disrupt the fight and maybe beat both of them. Like sometimes that would happen. Like I was looking up clips, and I kind of remember this from when I was a kid. Jim Carrey versus Mariah Carey. Both Carreys.
Right.
Yeah.
Liam versus Noel Gallagher.
Yep.
From Oasis.
Yep, which isn't hard to imagine them going head to head.
Right.
And usually they had like 3 fights per episode.
Mm-hmm.
They had 2 commentators, Johnny Gomez and Nick Diamond. They had a interviewer, which for the first while was Stacey Cornbread. And then apparently she dies in the show, so they bring in somebody else.
Stacey Rybread?
No, she was like, it was totally different. They had Mills Lane as the referee, who, if people aren't familiar with Mills Lane, he was an actual boxing referee.
Yep.
Prior to that, he was an actual boxer. But for like the 70s, 80s, 90s, he was a referee. And so he voiced the referee, and he is most famous, and this show is most famous for him doing this, where he's talking about, all right, I want a good, clean fight. Know this, know that. And then he's like, "You ready? You ready? Let's get it on." Like that phrase, "Let's get it." Like that's like the catchphrase of the show. And so yeah, they ran for 4 years from 98 to 02, and then it was canceled. Was rebooted on MTV2 for one season from 06 to 07. A lot of the people didn't reprise, like the characters were the same, but the same people didn't reprise their voices, so they had new people doing the voices. Mills Lane in real life apparently had a stroke, so he wasn't able to come back, so somebody else had to do his voice, and it's noticeably different. There have been rumors of reboots a couple times. It's never come about, which is disappointing because I think nowadays it would be amazing.
I feel like that's a reoccurring theme on a lot of our lists this
Isn't
time
it,
around.
though?
That there's rumors of, and then it never happens.
Yeah.
Minus Dunkaroos, because it actually happened.
Which is shocking.
Again, 2020 is a strange year.
Yes. It did have a video game.
That's weird.
On the original Xbox and PS2. I actually have the Xbox version.
Okay.
I don't remember it playing very well, but...
Wait, did you have an original Xbox?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, and the theme song was played by Marilyn Manson.
Okay.
Which makes sense why he was on the pilot.
Well, and what's funny is he doesn't actually speak in the pilot.
Right.
Which is like he's talked to and he just kind of nods. He doesn't like, and Charlie Manson's is crazy. Like at one point he bites Marilyn Manson's shoulder off. So there's this big hole, and Mills Lane comes over and inspects it, and he says, "All right, I'm going to deduct 2 points from the total score for biting. Are you okay to continue?" And he just nods. And then he keeps going about his business. And yeah, I mean, it's a ridiculously little satirical show. Like, there's a making of that I found on YouTube, and they were talking about all the like behind the scenes stuff, and they were talking about how they come up with who they're going to have in the episodes, and they said that one of the most rushed ideas that they had was because, think about what happened in 98. Clinton Lewinsky.
Mm-hmm.
And so they decided to have Hillary versus Monica.
Yep.
And they rushed that into production because they're like, okay, we have to have this. This is too
hot a topic.
Too hot of a topic not to have.
How very South Park of them.
Right.
Yeah, oh, yeah. And they would have and Jennifer Flowers showed up, if you remember her part in that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is... If you love Robot Chicken, this is like the father of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly.
I mean, I'm a big fan of claymation, stuff like that. It really does humor me. I mean, what the team have done with Robot Chicken's phenomenal.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, some of that stuff is just tear-inducing laughter.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
And it's
so
very,
wrong.
It's very
It's
irreverent,
so good. Yeah.
which is what makes it so amazing.
Yep.
I mean, I always laugh at the most inappropriate things.
I know.
I mean, there's one episode I know that they had Albert Einstein up in the booth with them talking, and he gets hammered and starts trying to hit on all the women. I mean, it is so bizarre. And it's definitely a show that's fallen into obscurity.
Yeah.
I'd say, because
but its fan base is very
passionate.
But
yeah, it's not something I don't think I really spent any time watching. I mean, I definitely knew of it.
It hit me perfect because it was right when I was a freshman, and that whole high school.
Yep.
Freshman through senior year, that's when it was running.
Yeah.
So I watched.
Yeah. So it was kind of
every time it was on.
Yeah, I probably would have been in the same place if it would have been a few years before.
And honestly, I didn't even know who some of the people were.
Right,
so,
you're just like, this is just great.
Yeah, this is just fun.
Now you know everybody.
Everybody.
Yep. And be like, oh.
Yeah.
Episodes roughly 30 minutes?
Yep, 30-minute episodes. So, minus commercials, I'm guessing 23, 24.
Yeah.
Because it's before they started really cutting back. So it's probably a good 23 minute. Yeah.
I need to revisit this because I have
Big
a feeling
fan.
that I would really enjoy it now, especially.
There's I did find there's a YouTube channel, I think called MTV Vault, that has a lot of the fights.
Interesting.
Like the full or just like
it didn't
clips?
have the whole episodes, but it would have like the full fight.
Okay.
So it might be like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes, but it's like the full fight.
Okay.
But what I really enjoyed most about the episodes, other than satirical, making fun of all of them, is the banter between the commentators and the way that, I mean, they commentated it the way that like WWF would have.
Okay.
That was kind of their style.
JR and the King.
Oh yeah, it was very like, oh my God, he just did that. There was a lot of that happening. But I mean, I remember on the Backstreet Boys versus NSYNC, they ended up getting in these giant mechs and fighting at one point.
Wow.
Yeah, it is bizarre. Whenever they came back for the season, I did see a clip. They had Adam West versus Christian Bale.
Oh, wow.
The Battle of the Batmen.
Nice.
Yeah, looking through the episode list, I saw Sean Connery versus Roger Moore, Stallone versus Schwarzenegger. I was like, oh boy.
Yep. Yeah, and that's the great thing was it's people that you would want to see actually try to kick each other's asses.
Leno and Letterman were
Yeah.
in there.
Oh yeah. It was some fun stuff.
I'm kicking his ass. Do you mind?
Yeah.
I do wonder how long it takes to put something like that together.
They actually said that in that video I was watching, and it was very fast for animation. They said that they meet on Monday to have like a general idea, and then they would meet like every 2 days, and you would have the creative people, the script people, and the design people, and then every 2 days they'd kind of meet up with each other for like a week. And then the first thing they would do is they would decide who they're going to have, and then the scriptwriter would go off and write, and then the guy who would design would start drawing it out, and then they would start getting to work molding it. And they said that they could have an episode done in, I think he said 5 to 6 weeks.
Not bad. I mean, I know claymation, that takes
A long
some patience.
time.
Yeah.
And they also walked into what they called a hot set, where it's everything is tied down, cameras can't be moved, and everything has to be adjusted minutely, and any little bump or anything will ruin
Screw
everything
up, yeah.
They also said that this was also the beginning of like using digital. So apparently what they would do is they would do like filming for one day, then at the end of the day take the hard drive, take it directly over to the editing, so everything that was done the previous day they would start editing and do like the computer effects. And so they were like every day just marching on with the next thing. And it was kind of impressive to see like this late 90s, early 2000s horrible looking. I mean, I know we're in the days of like Windows 98 and ME and some of that, but I mean, they were using what looked to be older than that. But it was kind of cool. The guy showed like they were supposed to rip a heart out and throw it at somebody and hit him in the head. So the animators had the shot of the heart sitting on the person's head, and the guy had to take it and basically reverse it out of the shot digitally. And I'm watching it thinking nowadays that would be like no big deal, but in like then,
yeah,
it seems like that's a much bigger deal. And he's like, oh yeah, you just do this, do this, do this. Then you just got to wait for it to process. Well, how long does that take?
Right.
Back then,
Back
a lot
then?
longer.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I can only imagine what the process would be like today with today's technology and the hardware power, just how fast it can render that kind of stuff.
I mean, just the hardware power alone. I mean, MKBHD's done 8K videos for reasons just because.
Right.
But still, I mean, they take time, but I mean, you could still do it.
Yeah, and even if you can't watch it in full 8K,
right?
Because of display limitations of most people,
most platforms.
Yeah, I always find it interesting whenever these people, I mean, like the guys from South Park, how that team can put together an episode in so short amount of time,
like half a week.
Yeah, like most of the time they're delivering the episode to the network the day of or within hours of it's supposed to air.
That's amazing.
It's like,
because I remember listening to commentary for Family Guy.
Mm-hmm.
This was many seasons ago, but they were talking about how, and this was true even back in the 80s with Transformers and some of them, where they would have like their stuff and then they would ship it to like Korea and have the Koreans animate it, and then it would get shipped back. And they're talking like, oh yeah, we would record dialogue like a year ahead of time before it actually airs, because it would take like a year for all of it to get animated.
Jesus.
Wow. And I'm like, that's insane.
Right.
And they were talking, I mean, even in the Family Guy, which was only, I think that might have been like 10 years ago, that's how they were still doing it. They're like, they got to ship it over there and then ship it back. And they said, yeah, we record it. And that's why like somebody can like leave the show and we still have dialogue for them for like 2 seasons. Because we recorded all this dialogue from
so far ahead. Which
is why whenever Adam West died, he kept showing up in episodes. Like, because his dialogue goes back a year.
Yeah. Oh, the joys of animation.
Yeah, I respect those dudes. That's a lot of tedious work.
Yeah.
Even with all the computers, and it's still pretty damn tedious.
Yeah. I mean, I know South Park has transitioned a lot in their style over the years. You know, you look back at the early stuff, it's like, oh my God, it's
very quaint.
Yeah. And then now you look at it and it's so, I don't want to really say elaborate, but compared to what it was, it is. It's like great animation now. But, you know, you start throwing in that claymation and so many things have to go right. And
I mean, stop motion in general is very time consuming.
And to keep it looking fairly smooth. And
because like every frame is one movement. And I mean, if you're running 30 frames a second, you got 30 little adjustments and you've made up a second of film. Imagine doing that for like an hour and a half movie.
Yeah, you've got to have some. Hence, I think one reason why we haven't seen another Team America World Police.
Yeah.
Because a lot goes into doing something like that.
Even the real jerky stuff from like the 30s and 40s, like I'm still just amazed.
Yep.
Just because like how long it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Such good stuff. And that's going to do it for this episode of the Back to the Past podcast. We appreciate those of you who have decided to stick out this full episode with us. I believe it may have ended up inadvertently being our longest single episode yet that I can think of. But it happens. You can always pause it and come back if you need to. Or if you're working remotely from home and you don't have to make phone calls and stuff like that, you can just put it on and go about your business. But again, please spread the love of the show, and would love again to get back into some suggestions from people. We've definitely got our plans lined up for what we're coming up with, but we still want to hear things from you, what we've been like to talk about. So please let us know. Links are going to be in the show notes for that as well. And that's all I've got. Guys, any last words? All right. That does it. We will see you next time when we get back from the past.
He-Man, He-Man. Who's the big guy with the muscles?
He's He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Skeletor is his enemy.
Here's He-Man, Skeletor, and Castle Grayskull. You have to put the castle together.
You're doomed, He-Man. Oh, yeah? Watch this action, Dad. Now I have the power.
He-Man and Skeletor each sold separately. Castle Grayskull also sold separately from the Masters of the Universe collection from Mattel.
Delta Airlines just turned 100 and is already shaping the next century of flight with the Delta Sustainable Skies Lab. Here, they're building the future of flight. Think electric air taxis and next-gen aircraft aiming to cut fuel burn significantly. And this isn't just future talk. Today, their fleet of Boeing 737s have marine-like finlets designed to reshape airflow that reduces drag. The future of travel is more sustainable, and Delta's leading the way. Learn more at delta.com/sustainability.